second. And you just hit it right away. Here. Volume's great.
Welcome to the dtalks podcast. Welcome to the dtalks pod where we don't know what the hell is going on. Yeah, welcome to the dtalks podcast. Yeah.
Thank you, McKenna, for the great intro music right there. Appreciate that. What's going on, D-Bags? Hope you guys are doing well. We're back here again with another episode of the dtalks podcast. I'm your host, as always, Darren, Rita. Feel free to connect with me at any of the links down below. And if you're new here and you enjoy music, podcasts, comedy, or hooping videos, do consider subscribing because we've got a whole lot of that going on around here. And when you do subscribe or you like the videos, comment, all that good jazz, helps us share fun conversations like this with more people. So please do that. It helps us out a whole lot. Now, before I can introduce you guys to my guest this week, or two guests this week, I got to talk to you guys a little bit about car insurance. These days, it seems as if we're able to do more and more from home. So while you're at home, why aren't you saving money on car insurance? Like, why aren't you doing it? Your hometown agency, Kenosha Auto Insurance, specialized for literal years in simple, hassle-free car insurance using the latest in touch-free technology to help you and your family get the best rates. So what are you waiting for? Give them a call today at 262-448-4141. That's 448-4141. The website is kenoshains.com. And one last time, that's 262-448-4141. It's on the screen right now. It's linked down below. Give them a call today. Tell them Rita dtalks sent you. The worst that could happen is you will get the best rates. Now, with all that good stuff out of the way, I've got a couple of guys here in the studio today that you guys should probably recognize if you've seen the show. They both had their own respective solo episodes, and they're back here today to kick it and talk some shit with me. We've got Dylan Babcock and Lucas Stanis. Give them a wet dtalks welcome. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm living, man. I'm happy to see you guys. I know you were having some road rage on your way here, Dylan. Stressful getting here today?
Road rage just comes too easy. You're going too fast. Everything's coming at you, and every other person on the road is either a worse driver than you or a much better driver.
One, like, I think you brought up a good point, is that, like, you're not a regularly rageful person, but when you're alone and there's no one there for you to conceal it from, it's like, yeah,
And
it
it's
just
something
happens.
about being in the car too. I'll be alone and be angry, but like I don't get animated about it. But in the car, I will be screaming, like just banging on the wheel, all types of things.
It's just like the epitome of, like, you have no control over, like, the person in front of you going that slow, or if that's what it is, you're getting stuck behind a train or something like that, you have no control over that. So it's like, and you're just stuck in this fucking box, and you're like, okay.
Well, you ain't got nowhere to like.
work, like,
You
Dude.
got nowhere to put it. Like, yeah, you're mad at the person in front of you, but you can't control them, and you're just stuck in this car and just stuck in this box on the road. You can't just get out and go somewhere, so you just gotta let it out.
Yeah, I just fucking punch the dash, I was talking before we went live. I broke my, like, is that middle console or whatever
Yeah.
that is? Yeah, I snapped that off one time. So not proud of it. It's not my best moment, but you know, it happens.
I think we can all share in road rage.
Yeah.
Everybody has a story about it.
Is you know, Lucas, do you have a good road rage story? Anything that's ever pissed you off enough to break something?
like I said earlier, my dog one time, I just happened to be in the car. I
Yeah.
think that's all it was, though. I try not to, like, show rage like that, especially if you're in the car with another person and you're screaming like that. I think that's weird.
It's scary.
It's
that
scary.
kind of
Another
person that's
person.
comfortable enough
Yeah.
to do that. They're like okay with being a psycho. Like, here's the thing. I'm a psycho, but I'm gonna try to do my best to not let anybody else know that.
Keep it on the
So,
inside.
I try to internalize that, as probably terrible as that is for myself, but
Good for other people, though.
yeah, it's better. I'm a servant to the world. Okay? I'm trying to serve the people. Now, dude, last time you were on, Dylan, you were on more recently than you were on, I think, Lucas, and you told me about the Book of Five Rings, and I have it, and I'm about to start reading it I got like 2 chapters left in the book I'm reading right now, and then that's my next book. So I'm excited. I'm excited to check it out.
A lot of lessons in there. The crazy thing about that book is it was written in like 1640
yeah.
and still being published today. So it just goes to show the power of knowledge. Sometimes, like, we're reading
Yeah.
something from a samurai 400 years ago.
Like, what the
That's
fuck?
badass.
Yeah,
And
it is.
Still
dude.
getting lessons from it.
Yeah,
It's
and
like the knowledge is timeless.
Yeah, so it was really crazy. I went through because a couple of months ago, 2 months ago at this point, I think now, I was like, it was mid-December maybe, and I'm like looking for, you know, goals that I want to set for like this year we're in now.
Mm.
And I was like, man, I really just want to read more, and I want to like there's a couple other things I want to do, and instead of waiting for the new year, I ended up just starting then, because I was like, why am I gonna wait 2 more weeks to fucking do it? Let me just start right now. And so I bought this book, Atomic Habits. I talked about it, I think, a couple weeks ago or last week on the podcast. And I started reading that. Great first book to start, because it's like how to build a habit and shit like this. So I haven't missed a day now for almost a month. Well, a month and a half. Yeah, a month and a half. So I'm trying to. That's my next book. I read Atomic Habits. Then we got the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, and now we're gonna read the Book of 5 Rings that my guy Dylan here recommended for me. So that's shout out to you. And then there was another callback too. I wanted to start off the shows. Lucas, I think last time you were on, I was considering cutting my hair, and it was not even. It was like just a fro at that point. Like it was just a curly fro. It wasn't at all where it is, and I ended up not doing it. So
I'm happy to see that.
I'm catching you. I'm trying to catch you.
You're gonna get like trapped. You're not gonna want to cut it eventually.
Because that's what we were talking before we went live. Is that you have a trouble trusting a haircut?
That's it. Yeah, I don't like those awkward conversations about like, hey, nice haircut. You're like, oh, thanks. Is it really?
That's
though?
a conversation. That's
All
what's
the
stopping
time.
you.
And it's
Just
so
that
much,
small exchange.
Yeah, I don't need that. I'll just put it up.
Are you weird on your birthday? When people say happy birthday, because that's
No,
like a
I like
similar.
my birthday.
Oh, you like that
I do
one
like
though.
my birthday.
You know what?
I
Something
think
like.
I have a cool birthday too.
When's your birthday?
September 9th.
Okay.
9/9.
Yeah,
special
sure.
day.
2 days short of the big one. That's fair. But no, for me, dude, on my birthday, I feel weirder, like more weird than a haircut. I'm like, oh, cool, I'm looking good today. Like they know, like I'm looking all right. But my birthday, when people are like, oh, happy birthday, like after like the 10th person, you're like, I don't know what to
you
say.
can give me things on my birthday. I will accept them.
Okay,
Can't
that's
more
fair.
gifts.
That's fair. What about Dylan? What about you, man? You got the clean cut right now, man.
Trying.
You don't want to grow it out like
What are you
like
doing?
either of
Dude,
these two guys.
This is like the longest it's ever been for me.
Really?
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
It's true.
Damn. Okay. Shit. You're getting there.
Can't catch up to you two beautiful motherfuckers, though.
I
Oh,
do
no
want
way.
to shave the back of my head like that. I think though, because this is where all my knots go crazy, and, like
yeah.
build up, and this hair is all unnecessary. You know, this just.
So did you like get your hair? You've gotten a haircut. You know, your hair grows probably much faster than mine does. But it like did you cut your hair so that it would look good long? Because that's the thing. I just didn't get my hair cut, and so my shit's like fucking weird, dude. Like the back is like insanely longer than the sides. Like my hair's right here right now, but on my back it's like even further down, and it's
Kind of
just
feel
looks-
like you got to mull it a little
Yeah,
bit, but
I'm
nobody
like-
can see it.
yeah, it's like what's going on here? So.
Ashley Hampton trimmed me up like 2 years ago.
Okay.
I wanted a haircut. I went to get my haircut, and then I
Name
told her I
drop.
couldn't do it. I was like, just take like an inch off.
Oh God, you like sit in the chair and you're like,
gentle.
oh, what's going on?
Yeah, straight
Oh,
up.
fuck that, dude. Yeah, that shit will be pretty nerve wracking for me right now. It's been like over 2 years, so I don't know.
Yeah, there's gonna be a reaction from like people close to me, regardless at this point. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of
It's gonna be an
putting that
event.
off.
Well, that's what I joked last week on the show. I wore a beanie because I wasn't sure we were gonna be recording, and we had just got done hooping, and I was not about to show that mess to the world.
Embracing.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just put a hat on. And people were like, "Oh my God, you cut your..." And right away, I was like, "Yeah, I cut my hair. I did it." People were like, people at work and stuff that watch the show, like I come back in the next day and they're like, "Bro, I thought you cut your hair. What the fuck?"
Nah,
And I'm like,
full
"Nah,
buzz.
bro, never, bro." But you know, it's interesting. I've had both you guys on the show. You guys have known each other for even longer than I've known you guys. And there's
Pretty long now.
that's kind of remarkable. How long have you guys known each other for?
4th grade, however long ago that was.
And we were talking before we went live. We're 23. now.
yeah.
We're
How old were
getting
you?
a little older.
fucking old now.
How,
That's crazy. What in 4th grade? I mean, you're probably
like 10 or 11?
Yeah, somewhere like 12 maybe.
nah. 12 is like 7th grade because
Is
you're
that right?
13 in 8th grade, like or going into
Oh.
high school.
Oh
So yeah, so you're fucking young, dude.
Babies.
That's crazy. And you guys have known each other that long.
It's definitely the longest friend I still have.
That's crazy.
Because I moved from in 4th grade to a new school, and that's how we met.
Mm-hmm.
So like I had friends in the old school, but I don't talk to any of them anymore. Just because 4th grade, like you don't have phones, like
we
no
were
way
the
to
two
contact
kids
each
that
other
didn't have
after.
internet in the neighborhood.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
So you
shit
guys like had to
brings
go
you together.
outside,
We had to,
like play in the mud together and
Yeah.
shit. Hell yeah!
And literally riding bikes.
That's well, okay. So the reason I wanted to bring it up is because like I think it's crazy, and you mentioned probably like oldest friend that you still have. Why do you think that is? Like because I feel like a lot of people, and I know myself personally, it's hard to like maintain a friendship, and I think
Mhm.
especially like nowadays, like I feel like it's like extremely hard with social media and
Well, the older
Shit
you
like
get,
that.
I think just the harder it is to maintain
That too,
friends.
yeah.
You get more shit on your plate.
less
You know,
time to just chill and play 2K. And
right. You
Yeah.
can't just like hang out every single night. And you live different places from people now, so it's like, oh, it's a 45-minute drive just to come see you.
yeah,
Like,
shit.
And can't just hang out with you every single day.
Yeah, it's tough.
Although definitely like the best times of my life are like the school days where like the summer times you're just hanging out with your friends every single day for 2 weeks straight.
Oh yeah.
Dude, still
those-
the best times of my life.
Oh yeah, especially like I remember just like being in like I'm trying to think like going into high school and like literally just like hooping every single day with like the same 5 people and
Mhm.
like we're literally that's all we're doing. We're going out once it's like once the sun is up and we've woken up because we were sleeping in whatever it's the summer. Like we're there from like 11 in the morning and then we go get food at some point halfway through. We come back. We're just like chilling at the park the whole day.
Literally
Dylan
like
also worked at my family's place, like, I don't even know how many years.
So damn. So you
6
guys
or
like
7.
really had that
Yeah,
shit.
He was in the kitchen all the time when we were working. He got so cool with my dad, like, closer than me at some point. They had weird jokes. And, you know,
They was shitting on you and you were like, dude, what the fuck's
yeah,
going on?
like you
here?"
work in a kitchen with somebody for 6 years and just like you get a certain familiarity.
Yeah, that's fair.
Good joke.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's interesting. Working with your best friend, that's got to be an interesting dynamic. What's like the? Give me the cons first. What are the bad parts about that?
Dylan's got slow feet.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's just going. He got
Okay.
one speed. It's manageable, but it's kind of slow.
Mm-hmm.
Shit gets done right, not fast.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
done well, I should say. But
That's important too.
and it was my family's place, so I could say what I wanted. I didn't have to be that nice.
Yeah.
Just like my boy Dylan, so I could tell him like pick it up some.
What about for you, Dylan? What's a
For the
con for
cons?
you?
Well, it's just like there's like there's a dichotomy to both things, but just like working with your best friend, you can't really be professional with them. It's
Yeah.
like if I really need him to do something, he might just be like, "Nah, you do it.
Yeah.
You do it, dude. I'm not helping you."
Yeah, dude.
Versus
that's fair.
in like you know, you're working with strangers and be like, "Yeah, I got you, man. Whatever you need."
Yeah.
It's like not gonna make a stranger feel
They're trying to like
uncomfortable.
impress you too, or they like want you to
Or
like
they
them.
don't want to get in trouble. It's like, oh, this dude's gonna call me out now that I didn't help him or some shit like that.
But there's got to be times too where it's like because they're your friend,
We
you
were
know, you'll
always trying to help. It's not like we would like make the other guy do some bullshit for no reason.
Yeah, well, that's what, dude. I joked with this guy at my job because I didn't know. Like, I kind of like purposefully like distanced myself slightly like from everybody. Not, I guess not purposefully, but like it was more like no one wanted to like build any relationships, and I'm like, I'm just here to get a check, so I'm not gonna
Mhm.
force that. Eventually, we like a couple guys and myself ended up becoming a little closer now. And the shitty part about being cool with everybody at work for me is that like I'll go to do something maybe in somebody else's like section or whatever, 'cause we're working retail, and I would normally just be like, all right, I did the bare minimum, like that's what I'm getting paid to do, like whatever, I'm gonna leave it. But I'm like, fuck, so and so, this is so and so section, I like so and so, like what if they don't fuck with me now that
Not gonna let him
I
down.
can't fucking let them down, dude. And so it's definitely, like you said, it's a double-edged sword a little bit, where it's
Yeah.
like, fuck, I got to do better because my friend is there. So it's probably a good thing, but
Definitely more positive.
yeah,
For
than
sure.
negative. But it does get annoying where you're like, damn, I got like 5 minutes left of my shit. This is gonna take me like another 15 minutes. Fuck, dude, I guess I gotta do it because they're the homie. Like,
And there's times it's just like, can you not joke with me right now? I know we're friends, but like, can we get this?
yeah, we gotta do some shit. Yeah, I bet that could be kind of tough.
Yeah.
Better
What?
for you than me?
I had to be more fast paced than Dill sometimes. So when Dill was poking, I was like,
This motherfucker dragging me along.
That so I wanted to ask you guys, kind of switching gears a lot, but I guess I mentioned it earlier with how I was kind of trying to start these new goals for the new year. You two have known each other for a while. What is I guess it'd be kind of perfect for you guys to share this together. What are some goals of your guys's? We're a month into the year. Is there anything you guys set? Any New Year's resolutions? I don't know if you guys are into that or not.
I don't really like the New Year's resolution, but I like how like, you can set a goal, I guess. Most of mine that I set were kind of like financial this year.
What's that? What are you trying to do financially?
Just like learn more, teach myself
Okay.
about more investing.
What do you want to learn about? I'm interested.
Investing in particular. I've spent a lot of
It's
time.
gambling, bro. It's legal gambling.
In
It's-
a way, yeah, but
Say that about a lot of things.
That's
yeah.
fair, yeah.
And
I feel
like
there's
rich
ways
people
to
do it.
learn about this
Yeah.
stuff.
That's is there what it like are you wanting to just like is there something in specific you're passionate about, or is it just like, man, I want to make some money and not have to fucking?
Numbers have always been like pretty, like they've come easy to me, like charts, graphs, and stuff like that. And I didn't go to school after high school, but I knew I was like mathematically inclined a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I've actually put my time towards it for like the better part of a year now, and I've never just like actually focused on something that I didn't have to.
Do you do like the kind of like the penny stock type of deal, like with like acorns and shit like that, like the rounding up stuff, or do you have like a portfolio?
Yeah, I
that
have
you're
a couple accounts.
Okay.
Like some cryptos and stuff. Everything's down bad right now.
Damn, I was gonna say.
It's down bad.
That's what about okay, and I don't want to fucking turn a bunch of people off right now because I know everybody hates talking about them. I kind of personally hate hearing about them. NFTs though, are you trying to get into that space at all?
I'm completely neutral. I have no idea. I know art, like paintings that
Yeah.
are worth like millions. That's a way to like hold value.
Yeah,
Makes sense though, because it's actually like high quality and you can hold it.
Yeah, it's digital. It's a picture. You can
that's
copy
yeah.
it.
Like I can just fucking screenshot the fucking. That's like a big meme of screenshotting people's
I
NFTs.
feel like it's got to be a scam. Like
Oh
anybody
my
that's bought an
God.
NFT, like have you ever seen anything before?
That's
People
what- yeah.
think it's fun, though. Like it's money that comes out of nowhere. Kind
Well,
of.
yeah, and like the thing that I think is cool about it, and I had a guy on a while back that told, like, kind of explained because he had made an NFT that he like did for like this charity event. And they made a little bit of money on it, and I was, obviously happy for him and whatnot. But he was explaining it to me, kind of how they work, and I guess not all of them, but they're in certain cases there'll be like a residual income then for the artist, which is kind of cool. Where it's
Mhm.
like if I made you a JPEG thing or whatever, and you bought the original, if you want to sell that again because now it's worth more, I still get like a certain percentage of that sale, which is kind of neat. But other than that, like there's no reason for me, like any picture that
That is
exists
gambling.
digitally, I can get.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know, so I don't
think
know.
Justin Bieber just bought an NFT for like either 50 or 500
I
Ethereum.
saw something, the like weird apes thing.
I didn't see which it was. I just saw the headline.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't get those.
I see
either.
way too many headlines of people that buy for like $800 million for an NFT. Like, who are these people with this money?
Yeah, who are they buying them from, dude?
It's
Like,
like, how
who
many-
had it and just is like, yo, I just created this fucking thing out of nowhere. This is literally worth nothing, but right now I'm gonna say it's worth like, I don't
Like,
know.
how many homeless people could you help with NFT money?
That's yeah. And well, it's like, and I have friends that are big into like trading cards, and like I get that a little bit more. And the same thing like
Mhm.
you were saying with art, like a
Oh.
physical piece of art.
And like, it's one of a kind. Even with baseball cards, there's still like a limited number of these
Yeah.
in print. There's 2,000, and that's it.
When it's like I have this one. So
Yeah.
like if there's 1,000 of them, like I have one of them. Like you could have the picture of it, but it's not the card. I have the
Right.
actual physical card. I guess it's a similar thing, but it's I don't know,
I don't
man.
get NFTs, but there's probably. I don't think
It's a
anybody.
complete-
We're
Actually,
probably
you
losing
buy
it.
it.
We're probably losing tons of money by not being into them. But I'd rather. It seems
Take my
very scammy
chances.
to me, and I don't want to get into it.
I
So
considered just grabbing one just for the ride, just to see what it was, and I couldn't think of what to get it as because you're basically buying a picture. I was just thinking something like Kobe.
yeah,
If you hold that years down the road, why the fuck wouldn't somebody buy Kobe?
yeah.
You
No,
know,
yeah,
people
something
But
like that.
I'm probably not gonna do that.
There's a lot of artists just small artists that just are digital creators, whatever, that just will make little art, and I know they're making a ton of money on it, so like good for them. Like I think that's
You
part
should
of it's
release
cool.
some NFTs.
Maybe I should. I just
Dude,
I'm not trying to say NFTs aren't real art either. Or digital art's not real art. It's just, I don't know. There's a weird thing where you can't just screenshot it versus like I can get the Mona Lisa in a print. It's still not the
well, like
same.
it's
thing.
like that cat gif thing, the like toaster cat gif,
Yeah,
that
yeah, I know
meme
what
or
you're
whatever.
talking
Like that one that was like the first big one, and it went for, I'm trying to think how many $1 million. It was like $8 million, something like that.
Shit hurts.
You can go right now and Google it. It's still like the full GIF. Like didn't
What's
go
different?
anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. Like you just own the source file, like the one that's attached to the blockchain, because it has its
Mhm.
own unique.
mhm.
Whatever, man. Good for people that are into it, bro. But for me, I just can't. I can't do it. At least not yet. Maybe I don't understand it enough, and that's my ignorance. But it's not for me.
Investing in like companies you know about can be a little easier for like reasons like that. You hear like Apple's got a new phone, you can expect something to move, but
yeah.
with stuff where it's all like just floating in cyberspace and you have no idea about it.
Yeah, especially if you're ignorant of how cyberspace works.
Yeah.
Most people don't know what blockchain is, so they're not going to be able to even grasp it.
They're not gonna know, like, even if they made a ton of money, they're not gonna know why. Like they just like oh my God, I hit
Just
the
click the
lottery.
sell button.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
sell.
click it as fast as you can. But that's what, yeah, so I don't know. And that's me. I don't know enough about it. I had a guy explain it to me, and I have a bare minimum understanding of what they do, and I just, for me, it's not worth the risk.
Well, even
so.
the people that explain how those things works, I don't even think they know exactly how it works.
To some degree, yeah, I think you're right.
Like, nobody really knows what an NFT is. Nobody really knows how the blockchain
It's
works.
so funny
It's
that you
just-
brought that up.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, dude. It's just this like bizarre thing. So for you want to get into the financial space. You're trying to better your financial
Dude,
position this year.
I also want to add, like you guys talking about reading. I
Yeah.
should read more.
I think everybody
Everybody.
should read more.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's dope that you started getting into that.
Strengthen
It's
your
a
mind.
weird thing, and I talked about it a little bit last week, where like I wanted to do a couple of things, and the two things that I've been doing now strong is journaling every day and reading, and so like I kind of like stack them together. I'll read and then I journal right before I go to bed, and so I definitely think it's weird when you like. It's not like I've fucking. First of all, I haven't been reading that long. I'm not gonna be like, dude, it's crazy the effects of reading on your brain. Like, it's not like that. But for whatever reason, maybe it's just me because I am a fucking simpleton idiot that I'm like, dude, I feel smarter than I'm reading every
Dude,
day. I
Dylan's
feel
been
good.
reading like thick books since like 4th grade. He showed up and just got bookshelves of like geeky books. We were thinking like dragon books and stuff. But
Dude,
this dude got
fantasy
the
shit.
That's cool. You
vocabulary
read the
to go.
fantasy shit,
Yeah,
That's
Lord of
such
the
a
Rings,
vocabulary.
great.
dude.
All,
I've
like,
never read Lord of the Rings. I have the actual Lord of the Rings books. And
I
shit.
mean, they're short, so they're fun. But yeah, dude, fantasy books are the best. And there's like a good quote by Albert Einstein. Like, if you want your kids to be smart, read them fantasy books. If you want your kids to be even more smart, read them more fantasy books.
damn.
And it is like the most enjoyable thing to get little kids in. I mean, how many people bought Harry Potter and read Harry Potter?
Tons.
Over 1 billion.
We got
Every damn kid read Harry
Yeah.
Potter. It's
the
literally
book right here. Yeah.
I never read.
I don't know which one this is. The Prisoner of Azkaban. This is the third movie. Third
Yeah.
one.
Well, like, how many pages is that book? Like 500 pages, and you have 12-year-olds reading them.
Yeah.
There's a-
400 some pages. No, I think we're almost to 5. Yeah, 400 some pages.
Yeah, and you have
Crazy.
12-year-olds reading them. I don't know any 12-year-old that's read any other 400-page book that's not Harry Potter.
I didn't read any of them, but I have it. It's
But
there.
You seen the movies though?
I have seen the movies.
So you still kind of are in that base. Like, how many people have heard of Harry Potter? Maybe every person on Earth.
Yeah, probably. It's a huge
Maybe.
IP, one of the biggest, I'd imagine. But yeah, no, I think you're right. It's interesting. I haven't read any fantasy yet, other than I read like in like high school or right before high school. I read this like it was a basketball book called Slam by Michael Dean Myers,
I
and
think I've read that.
and it was a pretty good book. It is obviously it's like a fake story, and that was fun to read, I guess. But
Mhm.
I haven't gotten it. I'm more so like right now. I've been like reading like self-help kind of books,
I think
guess.
for like younger people, especially like young 20s, those are the most important books to be reading, because I think the most important thing you can do in life is take lessons from other people, so that
Mhm.
way you don't have to learn the lesson yourself,
Yeah.
especially if it's a fucking hard lesson.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you can learn at 22 what most people don't learn until they're 30, you're 8 years ahead of the ball curve. And it's kind of the same with like investing with money. Like, if you start investing $5 at age 20 versus $5 at age 30, you're talking like $1 million.
Potentially, yeah.
About,
Yeah.
like, some younger, older sibling kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Your older sibling. I've kind of learned what not to do over the years. Having like 4 or 5 older siblings making mistakes, I got to see what I like didn't want to do.
Yeah,
how
I
they
guess
act.
that's a good point too. Yeah, being the younger one, you get to see like, oh, they fucked up that way. Okay, I saw this not work out for
see them
them.
being cringy. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
And-
that's
ah.
fair. Yeah, see,
Are
that's
you the oldest there?
yeah, I am. So I get to be the cringe fest. I get to do I get to do it all, man. But yeah, no, that makes a lot of
Same
sense.
here.
And it's like you kind of just so I'll take any lesson I can get, that I don't have to fucking fall on my
You can't
face to
tell me
figure out.
nothing.
So I think that's too, like you're saying, like it's crazy. Like the people that are writing these books made these mistakes or whatever, or learned these things,
Mhm.
and they're, now 40, 50
Passing
years
it
old
on.
writing this book, and you can now learn that at 18, 20, whatever, way
20 years
before.
ahead of the curve.
Yeah, like, that's crazy to have that opportunity. I think that's what are some good books you think, you gave me a great recommendation. I'm excited to read
Give
it.
me a recommendation. Maybe
So
I'll start.
Tom, you should read Atomic Habit. If you're gonna start reading, I would read that one first, because it will literally, you'll be like, why? Like, I can do this. Like, I can make this a habit if I wanted to, and with other things too. It's really weird.
I mean, I wasn't like a hater against reading, but when we were younger and had to do reading longs, I would sometimes do it, sometimes not. But like a good book would like suck me in.
Yeah, no, I was the same way. Like certain books, and what was the one like our senior year of high school, it was like Every Day or whatever. That one with like the dude that switches bodies or
I
whatever.
remember that.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought the book was corny as shit when we
Wait.
first started, and then like she like read the first chapter to us or whatever, and I was like,
This is actually
ah,
interesting.
that's a pretty interesting concept actually. I'm gonna check this out. And I read that whole shit.
I do
That
think
is
I
my-
need some nearsight glasses though.
That is my least
there you
favorite
go.
ending of any book ever.
Yeah, the ending did
kidding.
suck. I was fucking pissed, but
So
yeah. And I heard they
There's
made a
nothing-
movie on
Nothing
that.
gets resolved at the end. It just
No.
keeps going.
Yeah, and there's no sequel plans, I believe. There was never a plan for a sequel, so kind of lame. But now there's a movie of it now, and I heard it did bad.
The one
but
where he fell in love with the girl, but had to keep chasing her in a
different bodies, and then he's like, I can just be. I've learned how to just stay in one body. I can just take this guy's life and just be this guy. And she's like, no, you can't do that. And it's for people that don't know. It's a book called Every Day, I think, or Any Day. I think it's Every Day. It's a weird book. This like being, not necessarily man or woman,
Called A.
That's the only thing. Like realizes that it wakes up every single day in a different person's body. So
The way
Man,
it created
woman,
itself
any-
was like an email account that
Yeah.
had saved.
so that it could like check that on every different person's computer, which is kind of crazy. That's like your only sense of self. Really weird.
Could never
Interesting.
get caught.
No, it couldn't. You know what's crazy too? Yeah, you could do some fuck shit, dude. You could do some really fuck shit as long as you like kept it all online. Like if you like killed somebody, you could get away with that easily
You're gone, then.
because you're in another body. That person's fucked, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
didn't like. They're gonna
You're
be like.
not actually getting any problem. with the
That's how we
person's
get
body.
those news stories of people being like, "The devil possessed me, dude. It wasn't
It
me.
was
I
me."
didn't want to kill my whole family."
There's
like,
too many of those stories for me not to believe in the supernatural. Especially like every culture in
Mhm.
all of history has like stories about ghosts.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, dude,
there's got to be spirits out there.
I'm pretty like I've been pretty skeptical of that stuff like most of my life, but I did talk to a medium not that long
on the
ago.
podcast, right?
Yeah, and she definitely she persuaded me a lot, and just hearing like her stories, especially like with what she's done personally, as well as like what she's done for other people, and like seeing people's like recommendations of her, and like hearing other people's stories online. Yeah, there's got to be like, some shit.
There's
I don't know what it is.
Some
and-
unexplainable element in
Yeah.
life that like everybody has some weird story like where they had like a dream and then it came true, or like deja vu,
Yeah.
5 minutes before it happened. Weird shit
I
like
had
that.
weird shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like a one that like really helped you?
Deja vu that helped me?
Yeah.
No.
Dude, I had one.
Mm.
This shit is crazy actually. I was at McKenna's house, right? My girlfriend's house, and we were in high school at the time, so we're younger, and we were making out in her living room. Not something we really do that often. Not something we've done since, I don't think either. We were just making out for whatever reason on the floor in the living room, and I'm like, and the day before I had already had like for whatever reason, like like when you have dreams, it'll be like the most wild dumb shit going on. That's like it's a dream, and then it'll randomly just like jump cut to a scene that like feels pretty real, and then it'll jump right back to the bullshit. So this was that in between scene, and it was like I remembered just us being on the floor in her living room, and her dad was gonna walk in and just be like, "Oh, how's it going?" Whatever, and I literally like she was kissing me, and I was like, "Your dad's about to walk in. We need to just chill." And we literally sat up on the couch, and he like opens the door, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on, guys?" And I'm like,
I was right.
I was fucking, and McKenna was freaking, like she was more like freaking out than I was, because she's like, "How the fuck did you know that?" And I
Boyfriend's
like,
a psychic.
and yeah, I mean, it was a weird time. I've had that a couple of times with like weird shit where I'm like, this is about to happen, and like most of the time I can't. Like that's the only time I ever like stopped it, like us getting in trouble. But like most of the time, it's like I know it's gonna
Great
happen,
timing.
and I'm like, shit, this is gonna happen. And I'm just like watching it. Oh no, this is gonna happen. Like I know it's about to, and then it happens, and I'm like, fuck, I couldn't do anything.
Usually with those weird things, it's always like it's one scene, like 1 5-second little clip. It's nothing actually super useful.
And you don't know where does that fit into shit, and then it'll just happen. You'll be like,
This
oh, that's what
today's
that
the
thing
day.
was. Yeah, it's weird, man. What about you, Lucas? You have ever deja vu?
Dude, I was trying to think. I know I have, like, but it's real quick thought. I've recognized it, like, probably 4 or 5 times very vividly, but I can't remember for what.
It's for me, it's like weird shit, like something like that. Or I think I've like known when there was like this time I knew when somebody was gonna come in, and I think it was my mom or whatever. I knew when she was like gonna come in, she was like pissed off and was like gonna just like start some shit like right off, like be like, Darren, I forgot what she said. I think it was like she really badly wanted me to get a job like right when I got into high school, and like I ended up getting a job because she would be upset with me every single day that I didn't have one. And so it was like maybe 2 months in, and I was like, okay, I'll just get a job. And I remember one day I was like, and it wasn't like, I think this is going to happen because like she's been saying. It's like, no, I remember, like I know she's going to be in this like red hoodie coming in and say this to me, exactly this sentence. And then she came in and I was like,
Oh god.
and I wasn't even like upset. I wasn't even fighting back. I'm just like, what just happened, dude? This is fucking weird. And so yeah, it's deja vu as fuck.
It's got to be really annoying if you're a psychic that's real and nobody believes you.
Well, that's what, when I talked with Lauren on the show, she said like, I don't know if we talked about it on the show or afterwards, but she said she met this like very famous psychic that had like a TV show. I think this was on the show. And when she went and met her in person, she was all excited. She was a big fan of the show, big fan of this person. And right away, like she could tell she was a fraud. And she's like, damn. And like that has got to be stressful as like a profession in general, because there are so many people that probably are just like, how are you going to know if you're not one that I'm not one?
Right.
Like
there's no, litmus test for this.
There's only other people that would know that I'm not one. So like, of course I could just scam people, and I guess there's a lot of that. So
And it's easy to scam people though.
it is.
Like,
Look at NFTs.
yeah.
They're fucking
Like,
huge.
dude, it just kind of goes to show. Like, I think like 80% of the shit we hear on a daily basis is just bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Like, especially like you watch like the Impractical Jokers and they're just fucking with people.
Oh yeah.
It's like that could be happening to you at any moment.
Dude, you can't even say that, bro. That fucks me up. Sometimes I think, have you seen the like TikTok trend of like the what's that show? What Would You Do? It's like a ABC show or like a big TV network show, and they'll like put people in fucked up situations with like a server's like beating his kid or something like at the restaurant in the middle of taking your order, and they're like hoping you'll stick up for them. And like I just picture I'd be like, dude, if that were me, I'd like I hope I would step up, but sometimes I would probably just be like, oh man, I'll take the shrimp, man, when you're done beating the shit out of your kid. Can you like
I'm trying to distance myself from
everybody
this.
else's attention.
hi,
Are you
I'm
seeing-
so and so with Dateline, whatever. Chris Hansen. There's actually a girl. Speaking of Chris, I don't know why that popped in my head. There's this girl. She's from Wisconsin, and she does. She like catches like child predators in Wisconsin
hero.
on
Okay.
YouTube, and she's got like 25,000 subs, something like that. And she just caught this guy in Lake Geneva, like 2 days ago,
Fuck,
2-3
yeah.
days
Thank
ago.
God.
Fuck,
Did you
bro.
execute him?
No,
Dude,
it's
those are the
kind of
worst
weird.
people.
The resolutions are kind of that's where I kind of like question the like efficacy of doing it, because it's like they can't do anything. Like they turn
They just
everything
put 'em
over to
on blast.
well, they like put them on blast and they like turn all their evidence over to the police. But I'm curious, and I actually reached out to her a while back to get her on the podcast, but she never got back to me. But I'm curious, and that's why I want to talk to her. Is like what happens, because a lot of times I guess like the police are just like, if you don't get enough, and then you give it to the police, and then that person now is like, oh shit, people are on me. Like good thing that they hopefully won't do that again.
Right,
But
now they're
what if they're
scared.
just like, now I'm gonna do it and be more careful, and
Yeah.
like I don't know, it's kind of scary. And if the police don't look into it right away, like I don't know, it kind of freaks me out.
Oh, good for her though. There
It's
can't
crazy that she
be,
does it.
Like a more hated class of people
No.
on the
Than
entire
child
planet.
predator,
Yeah, I respect murderers more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Wait, like anybody, like even like insurance scammers. That's the worst thing you can possibly do to somebody.
Yeah.
who's, like a child predator.
Yeah, no, it's pretty fucking disgusting. The people. It's weird though too. I will say like most of the people that I've seen her catch, because I do watch quite a bit of her content. Seems like most of them have something wrong with them. Like
Oh,
obviously,
have
I think
to.
you have to. Like none of them. That's something that at least makes me feel better. That like, because people will be like, it could be anybody you know, whatever. There could be somebody you know. Most of the time, it's not somebody you associate with. This is somebody that is like isolated from society, thankfully, because they're pieces of shit. And they have something really wrong with them, and it's like at least that gives me hope when I watch the videos. I'm like, okay, so it's not quite as bad, but there's still too many that
Yeah.
like happens all the
And
time.
all dudes too.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, I've not seen her catch any girls.
Well, like if there is like a female predator, like we don't really care about that as much. Like, 'cause if you're
Like
like
school teachers
yeah.
or something. I've seen that a couple times.
well, like yeah, if you're a high school boy and you sleep with your high school teacher, you're a hero.
Yeah, people would. Yeah,
You're getting dapped up.
And honestly, like almost like she's a hero too, because whenever you see like a school shooter, it's always some kid that's never gotten laid before. So like she's saving lives.
That's dude. I forgot who's Who's joking? Someone has a joke that's like that.
Schultz.
Is it Schultz? Schultz is fucking hilarious,
Dude.
bro.
Empty balls, safe halls.
Dude, exactly, bro. We need more of that, dude. You gotta look at that. You can tell. Teachers out there, I know you guys know which kids need some help. Just help them out. No, dude, that shit is kind of crazy. It's interesting that you say that. Like, if it was like a girl predator, like we wouldn't care as much. It's funny that you say that because there's actually this big TikTok, YouTube drama thing where this girl like sexually assaulted this guy. I don't know if I'm essay. We're supposed to say essay on YouTube because they'll claim it or whatever. She essayed this guy that where they were like kind of a thing, but then he like broke it off, I guess, but not. He wasn't very clear about it. Whatever. He was drunk at this party. Someone got video of her like making out and kind of groping him while he was like visibly passed out. Like he's like has no idea where he is.
Right.
And so like she got canceled, whatever. People are coming after her, and her response, first off, no one believed that this is like SA. They're like, oh, it's not, what's the big deal, like he just got whatever. So it was like, first thing was like, fuck dudes and SA, we don't care, like he probably liked it, whatever. It was like the sentiment was fucked up. And then when he came with like a video recently, like with receipts and shit, I guess she like just turned off all her social media. And there's still people that are like, well, I don't think she did anything wrong. Like they were whatever. And I'm like, dude,
like, I wish you did that to me.
Yeah, well, that's probably that too. But she made her actually what I wanted to talk about too was her apology video, because like the YouTube apology genre is pretty awesome in general.
And full of cringe. Like,
yeah, it's terrible. She actually may have created the best, like as in the worst apology video ever. She doesn't address the issue. She just says that she had to take some time off of social media, and then it is a like cinematic choreographed interpretive dance to the Sam Smith song that's like, I'm young, I've done nothing wrong. And it's hilarious. Like she's like, I'm young, I've done she's just like doing, and it's the funniest shit, dude. Like feel terrible for this guy that like this happened to. That's awful.
And like his predator is just dancing on YouTube.
Yeah, it's like I didn't do shit. Like, but honestly, probably the coolest apology video of all time. And she didn't apologize. She just straight up was like, I'm not gonna apologize. I'm just gonna fucking do some sick ass dance with him.
Apologize for Grayson Allen.
Yeah, dude.
You saw that?
Dude, wait, yeah. What happened with that? What's up with Grayson Allen punching people? I haven't been like tuned into much sports.
He broke Caruso's wrist. He just
easy enforcement.
I saw him hit him.
Took him out twice, and then he got a 1-game suspension. And the Bucks statement about it, they were like, "We stayed with Grayson. We think he was a basketball play. We're happy he'll be back in another week or something."
Damn, bro. Do you think he's a dirty player?
I mean,
he's got a history. I mean, like you can't say he's like a.
I think that shit was
rough.
normal
like
in the 90s.
Like, when you're playing professional sports, you got to be more rough than we even know.
Yeah, I'm sure. In a way,
It
I
wasn't
feel like
dirty.
sometimes they don't let
NBA's
that
a
shit
little getting soft.
happen. Little bit. They wanna, because they know they'll get called for most shit. But yeah, I mean,
the second hand wasn't necessary.
yeah. I guess my thing, I get annoyed. I'm not really somebody that like fouls a lot. Like I don't like that. Like when I play defense, like I try to just move my feet. And maybe it's just because like I don't know. I feel like as I've gotten better at offense, maybe my defense is like slowly tailed off a little. But like I'm a good defender. I usually guard the best player on the other team. But like if they get past me, I'm not fouling them. Like they're past me. They're scoring. And I think a lot of other guys like have the mindset, which is a good thing and a bad thing, of you're not getting fucking past me. And so I know, because I'll get past somebody, and you play a football guy. Grayson Allen reminds me of a lot of football guys I play against. Fucking, he'll just pull, like, they just grab the fucking, your hip right there, like that, like, little waistband.
Crease, yeah.
And they got you. And they've got you right back there. And you go up, you try to go up through them, that fucking everything
Refs don't
into
see
you.
a thing.
Yeah, it's
Love
tough.
it.
Football players they're tough. You have to be in a different mindset as a hooper to play when you know you're playing against football players. You just have to remind
Take
yourself.
a couple.
You gotta use your moves on them. You can't go into them. You just gotta.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You just make them dance a little bit, and then they're not hitting you when you go to the rim anymore because they're scared that they're gonna fucking snap their leg. If you fucking, I've had a couple of football guys hit the floor, and it's fucking. They don't play defense on you anymore. The rest of the game, once they hit the floor, they're like, okay, this guy he can move. But yeah, it's
catch me on the football field.
With Grayson Allen, man, he's definitely got a history though of like smoking dudes, like
he
since
was
fucking
dirtier
since
in college.
yeah,
He's
college.
doing all right as a pro. This was like his first big
I thought he had one like
Pro.
last year, 2 years ago. He had another
Oh.
big one. Not, they didn't hurt somebody. Like they didn't actually get injured, but like
A
he
lot of
fucked
contact,
somebody
though.
up. He got a. I think he's. I wonder how many techs he has actually. That'd be interesting to know.
But his behavior would just be normal in the 90s, though. If he was on the Pistons.
Oh, if he's on the Pistons, he'd fit great, dude.
He's willing to do this shit today. Imagine how he would have been back then. He would have been throwing elbows.
Dude, he would have like had like a thumbtack in his fucking hand, like when he goes out for the jump ball and he's like high fiving people with it, dude. Like I could see him fucking doing some shit like that. He's crazy, dude. A fucking insane guy. I forgot, Dylan. What was your goals for? We didn't get to you for a goal
Goals?
for this year. Anything exciting that you're like?
So I am somebody that loves New Year's resolutions,
Okay.
especially because like my birthday is in December, so I feel like December's like definitely a
It's
big
almost
ending.
like the year. Yeah, it's this finality to the year
Yeah.
for you.
And then like with New Year's, like I can begin stuff. Feels like I got momentum or something. So for my 2022, I don't make a concrete resolution, but definitely just like Lucas said, investing a little bit more, just getting a snowball started.
Mm-hmm.
Like even just $5 every paycheck or something, anything helps.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then main
Especially
goals,
now.
yeah, main goals would just be like getting a fight for sure.
Yeah,
I started going to Jiu Jitsu at Rothwell, so that was
that's
amazing.
fucking sick, dude. That's
So,
exciting.
The boxing stuff is just it's hard to get a fight and like figure out
If you want, you
how
can
to-
fight me. I won't win, but you, if you want, I'll sign up. If
It's
you just
just
need somebody.
the organizational stuff. I don't know how to navigate really, and I don't have anybody that's helping me. So I'm just with Rothwell, they're a little more like professional. Obviously, they have a professional UFC fighter there, so like
Yeah.
maybe shift into MMA and
Oh, shit.
hopefully get more organizational help and like
Damn,
just
bro.
get like
How's your
just get
kick
through
game?
the stuff.
How's the high
Hey,
kick? How's
Dylan,
the
I
high
know you
kick,
got
bro?
hands.
Dude,
I
I'm
don't know
flexible
if
out
you-
here, man.
Okay, shit, dude. That's scary. Throwing kicks, like really. Maybe that's again having bad knees, but like
Well, it's a baseball bat for sure.
it's fucking scary to like kick a fucking bag as hard as you can, like or a person. Like I
Mhm.
just feel like my leg will break the
Think-
other way. I've seen that happen to people. And
Yeah,
it's
well, like
not
you
good.
gotta use your shin, like that baseball bat. Most people try to kick with their foot, and that's how you break the top of your foot.
Oh,
Like I've
God.
had it where like I kick without leg guards on, and like I'll hit the bag like really hard and just with the top of my foot, and like whatever like the veins on top of it, they get like swollen.
Oh,
Ooh,
God,
not
it's like
good.
the same. Like, you guys ever play volleyball in
Yeah.
in grade school and shit, and like maybe high school? Like, maybe this is a bad
It's
analogy,
actually no,
but it's
that's
kind of like a
when it-
similar. Like that first week you start playing volleyball, and like every day you're like, this is getting hit, and like you need to like build up a tolerance for
It's
that. 'cause
actually a
the-
perfect analogy.
Is
It's
it?
exactly how it feels.
That's what I
just on your
figured it would
feet.
be. Just didn't want to disrespect like jujitsu people by like
Well,
comparing it
jiu-jitsu
to
is not good.
volleyball. Yeah, I didn't know how you would take that. So
We don't
But
want
that's
to offend
fair.
the volleyball players.
I offend the
either.
volleyball guy.
They'll come after.
Professional volleyball is fucking scary, by the way. Have you fucking
Way
ever
too
seen
fast.
highlights, bro?
Way too
Sam in
fast.
High school was crazy.
Yeah,
to
he
be around.
fucking was, dude. That's what, dude. I love volleyball. Like, I actually really enjoy playing it. But like, bro, when you see those guys, I'm like, damn. Like,
Playing
this-
it's fun, but like seeing the competition doesn't look fun at all. 'cause,
Oh,
like,
no,
it's
also
so
being
fast.
me.
dude,
They'll have that
people-
volleyball going at like 40 miles an hour.
Bro, well, just like the way that they're fucking spiking that, like how hard they're spiking, and then people are just no problem like diving and hitting it off their fucking wrist to save it and go back up. Like, I don't know, bro. It's
You
not
gotta get
me.
used to. If you love it, you'll just take some pain. It's
I'm
fine.
sure.
Ask your
That's
buddy
fair.
Poco if he remembers getting me in the face with the. He just put
Smoked
a
you?
smack on that thing.
Did
Dude
you
in
like go
front
up to
of-
block it?
No, dude in front of me is ready to get it. Then he sees how fast it's going.
Ducks it. Damn, bro.
Dude, he got me good.
That's fucked up, bro, to do some shit like
I'm
that.
sure he remembers because he was fucking pumped. All right, I saw him screaming across the net.
Damn, bro. Was that like in organized or was it like in
Gym
some gym
class.
class? Okay, that's fair. Yeah, dude, shit like that is. I thought about playing in high school and it was just not worth it. I was
Nah.
like, nah, can't
Do
can't
look
be
back
me.
fondly on just like schooling motherfuckers in gym class sports.
Oh,
Team
yeah.
Sports. Oh,
I don't think. Yeah, I kind of think they should not let athletes play in gym class
At
because
least not
it
their sport.
it definitely doesn't make like it makes me feel better for sure that I'm like, oh, I am actually pretty athletic, but I definitely feel like it probably drives a separation between the people that aren't in organized sports and those that
Oh,
are a little
yeah.
bit more when they're like, look at these fucking tools trying as hard as they can. I'm just trying to get a C in gym, and this fucking kid is spiking me in the face 3 times a day. Like, I could see why people wouldn't like gym. So I mean, it makes sense. But I definitely was one of those tryhards in gym class, and I'm proud of it in a way.
I look back fondly.
Yeah.
It was the most
We
fun.
had the most competitive team sports.
Was that
class
our?
ever.
We were in the same
Were
one.
you
I
in
think
that one?
there was like it was a bunch of
Stacked.
fucking people. Yeah.
It was.
We
Actually
had all
really
the athletes, which is
competitive.
actually is good that way that they did it, where
Yeah.
all the like athletes were in the same one. If not, then that
We
wouldn't
only
be
had,
really
like,
fair.
2 goons, literally.
That's fair. What's this kind of weird question. Who's the most OP person you've ever met?
OP.
Overpowered
Overpowered.
human that you've
In
met in real life.
Athleticism or
Just
mentality
whatever
or all
you,
around.
however you interpret overpowered.
You
Is
want
on
to be
good.
the answer to this question, don't you?
No, I don't know. It's fine. No, whoever. If I was, I would
You're
be
up
like,
there, dog.
I'd be like, hey, let's go.
Man, well, doing jujitsu, I rolled with one black belt before,
How was
and
that?
dude, it's just imagine something you like for example, you like playing basketball. Imagine playing basketball seriously and competitively against somebody that's never done it or a day in their life, and just how easy it is for you.
Yeah.
So like, I'm
Almost
trying to roll
not
with the.
fun. But you
Yeah.
know what you're doing a little.
I got like 3 months of jujitsu, and this guy's got like
He's a
12
little
years.
Okay.
And it's
Okay,
like-
shit.
And like everything I do is just no factor to him.
He's letting you hit him.
Well, with jujitsu, it's like wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, you're
Which-
trying to take guys to the mat, right?
Yeah, well, it's like all on the ground. It's like
Okay.
groundwork, just grappling. So like, I don't know if you ever heard the terms armbar or
yeah,
like
I've
a leg
heard of
lock.
them. Yeah,
It's
leg
all
lock.
comes from jujitsu.
Oh, really?
So it's wrestling, but with like finishes, kind of.
Damn.
And so, yeah, I'm rolling with this guy, and just literally anything I do is just nothing to him. He's like, "Oh, you want to put your arm there? Okay, I'll take it." And I'll break it. And just, he taps me out like 20 times in 5 minutes.
Damn.
Like
And-
That's
plastic
scary,
bag.
bro.
Well, like, it's horrifying because, especially with violence, is like people just do not understand violence at all. It's
Mhm.
like, I'll just see red and go crazy, fight you. And it's like, no, you're not, dude.
Yeah.
Like, the people are like,
Mhm.
I'll just bite you. And it's like, you're going to bite me. What if I punch you in your fucking mouth? You're still going to bite me.
yeah. Shit, dude. Yeah,
You know,
that's a
you
good
can't even
point.
see. But yeah, going up against this guy, and it's just, he puts one hand on me and it's over. It's just over.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty scary, dude.
It is scary, but also very humbling because it's like, oh, I'm not as strong as I think I am, not as badass as I think I am.
It's probably exciting though for someone like yourself that's like a student of it though. You know, that's like at least for me, like when I was like first really taking basketball seriously, like I thought I was getting pretty good then for a couple of years,
Mhm.
and then I found some guys that were already playing college Division 3, Division 2, and I would train with them. And those first couple weeks, like I'm just getting my ass beat, but I loved it. I was
Right.
like, this is awesome. Like
Yeah,
I,
It's a whole different
competition.
level.
yeah, like give me some more, you know. And they were nice guys, so they weren't dicks about it. But
Yeah.
like that's the same kind of thing. I'm
Yeah,
not
especially
the same,
like
but
you don't just often see just like mastery of things in
Yeah.
everyday life. So then like having this guy in the gym every single day is just nice to have.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so like he's
Kick ass.
legitimately like if you just had an NBA player at your YMCA every day,
You can just ask him questions, pick his
Right.
brain,
just so much knowledge.
have him fuck you up a couple of times just to be like, yeah, let me just check where I'm at right now on a 1 to 10.
Right, let's get humbled really
yeah,
quick.
man, bro, that'd be kind of fucking crazy actually. That's the thing though. At least like you, in his case, at least you like understand and respect the sport though. Like I guess
Mm.
for if I were to do that with like somebody like where I'm at basketball wise, if you play someone that just picked up the ball today, it's usually not even fun because it's like
Too easy.
they don't even know how to like people they're fucking doing that with the ball and like it's like we can't
They
even
catch
play
it
one on
with the
one.
turn.
Right.
It's like you can't. So at least in your case, like you understand what you're supposed to be doing. You just maybe don't understand it to the depths that he does, and
No.
the
Well, and-
execution is not there either.
And it's just also like, you go like 100% in jiu-jitsu, which is nice because like most often you don't go 100%, especially in a fighting sport. Like if you're boxing, you don't go 100%, you're gonna knock each other out.
You're not gonna fucking kill each other in
But
sparring.
Bring it knocked
With
out.
jiu-jitsu, you can like jiu-jitsu and wrestling, you can go 100% effort. And so like, I'll be going up 100% effort against like all the other people in the gym, and it's still just no factor. Like anything I do is just nothing to these people that know the technique. So it's like
Damn.
I've gotten choked out by like a 105-pound girl.
Shit, dude.
It's embarrassing and like multiple times.
yeah, that's gonna be the clip.
Well, like literally every single person in my gym has tapped me out,
damn,
like choked me out. It's just
that's
You got
good
any of
though.
them back?
no.
Isn't that
not
what
yet,
they
not
don't
yet.
they say that?
Yeah.
Isn't there a saying? It's something along the lines of like, if you're the best person on the court, then you're on the wrong court. You're
Yeah.
playing on the wrong court. So
Mhm.
that's a good thing. You know, you have nowhere to go but up, and you're
Exactly,
with
but-
people that are capable of pushing you to that.
And it's nice to see that it works. I'm 170 pounds, and this 100-pound girl is just beating me, and I'm going 100% effort. Like
Like you're trying
Full
to fuck
strength.
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just nothing matters. It's
Damn,
no factor.
bro, that's fucking nuts. Shout out to her, bro.
Well, yeah,
taking
like,
dubs, beating
dude.
Dylan's ass.
not just her, like all the girls in the gym.
Yeah.
And every dude in the gym. And then like, yeah, it's nice. Like this girl that has been doing it for 1 year can beat me, and then also this dude that's been doing it for 12 years and he's a black belt.
Yeah.
Mastery of it. So it's just it works. The same
Does he
things work.
glow
Yeah.
when he walks around the gym?
Is it
Nah,
like a
he's-
Dragon Ball Z
No, he's
aura?
pretty humble, dude.
Damn.
I mean, he can still get his ass beat by the coach, the instructor. 'Cause the instructor's been doing it for 35 years.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
you should get it.
That's when do you hang it up with jiu-jitsu? Ever?
You can pretty much go until like
It's the new golf.
yeah,
I play it for my whole.
Well,
I can
there's
do it my whole life.
50 and 60-year-olds in the class. So like they can still
Oh,
go.
What about you, Lou? You gonna get in some jiu-jitsu?
Shit, bro.
Damn,
Shit.
bro.
I
I wanna-
wish I did something like wrestling when I was younger, though.
Dude,
Instead of
If
like
it wasn't
ball sports.
basketball season,
I'm getting back. Well, one of my goals again for this year is I want to take boxing on like regularly again
Mhm.
and like actually like stick with it in a way where I can. But I just got to make the time. So it's on there. I'm trying to do that by like the halfway point of the year. I want that to be like a solidified thing. Got to do knees over toes first, like we were talking about.
Absolutely.
I'm doing that
Come
first.
first.
Hopefully gonna buy that. I'm gonna probably pay for his program either this week or next week.
Knees over toes is taking over the country,
Dude,
I'd
well,
love
you know
to
what's
see it.
fucking crazy, dude, is like Ty and myself. Like I've talked to Ty about him. I think we've both talked about him for like 3 years. Like I've been like telling all my friends. This guy showed me him in college, like when I was hooping, and I
Mhm.
was like, dude, this is some weird like shit. But I was like, for me with shitty knees, I'm like, I got nothing else to do, so I'm gonna try it. And then I try, and then I learn all the science behind it. I'm like, oh, okay, fuck. And just seeing it, then he got on Rogan whatever a week or two ago, and now it's just.
blew up the world.
Dude, I think he went up. I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of followers he went up, but it's pretty ridiculous how many he gained from that, which is
He deserves it, though.
He
That
does.
dude is on something.
he's fucking crazy.
He's
He,
definitely
if I ever
brilliant.
met him, he might be the most OP person I've met.
Yeah.
What about who's your most overpowered person, human being that you've met?
I met the Smashing Pumpkins. If you know the band.
I've heard of that name.
If
What's a
you-
song of theirs?
Oh, dude,
Maybe I
you
would
put
know.
me on. I know a bunch of their songs like
spot.
off the top, but I don't know the names.
fair. That's fair.
You know the band though.
I've heard of that
Dude,
name.
like,
Yeah.
Anybody older than us, they know Smashing Pumpkins. I delivered their equipment.
Oh, really?
Their
That's
Peloton
sick.
bike.
That's fucking dope, bro. They're getting fit. That's good.
Yeah,
Good for
one of them had a
staying fit.
son named Lucas as well.
Damn.
I
That's
shook his hand.
That's meant to be, bro.
Yeah.
That's some universe shit right there.
When we were leaving, I just looked up their net worth just cause it was. Yeah, it was cool. It was such a nice house.
That's weird.
Huge brick house.
Is that ever like I every time that I've like whether I like sat across from them in like a setting like this or like just shook their hands or met them, especially in the serving industry, like serving some people that have made a ton of money. Like the guy who fucking created Tito's was at this fucking wedding that I worked in Lake
Is his
Geneva.
name Tito?
I don't know if his actual name was Tito. He
Tito.
introduced himself as Tito. Him and it was like there's like an orthodontist. It was like the orthodontist in Lake Geneva, his like daughter's wedding. So fuck ton of a lot of people from Lake Geneva, a couple people that had houses on the lake type shit were there.
Love to see
And
it.
it's crazy. This one guy, he wasn't at this wedding. It was a different day. His brother created and still I think just sold a big portion of his company to was it Nike or Under Armour? He owns Taylor Matthews, which is a like golf clothing brand that's what Mark Wahlberg wears all the time.
Damn.
And so like his brother, like he's like, yeah, he's like, oh, you got your own business, whatever, and we just get to talk, and he's like, yeah, it's my brother's brand, like I helped him out with a little bit, blah blah blah, and crazy shit, dude. But when I meet people like that, I'm always like, whoa, like it's cool, like that. It's almost inspiring for me. 'Cause it's like, dude, you're just a guy, you're just a person. At the end of the day, like you're still a human.
Yeah.
Like it's incredible what you've accomplished, and I aspire to do that. But like even in the case of that guy, I'm sure you guys probably just had regular conversations at your gym, and it's like. Or
Love it.
you ask him like, "What's how's
Yeah.
it going?" Whatever. It's like at the end of the day, like, dude, he gets stressed out about shit. Like he has
Yeah.
bad days. He fucking takes a shower,
Right.
and, he
Well,
does the
it's
same
so-
shit you do. It's crazy.
We're all the same at the end of the day, more alike than we are different.
It's
Like,
nuts.
you want to think like the famous people have something or like are different somehow, but
Dude, these guys, they lived the rock star life. Like 30 years touring the world, like shredding drums, like all
That's
over
fucking
the world.
awesome,
like
dude.
they were
tens
big.
of thousands of people in the crowd.
Yeah, like
People just
lived
screaming their
they
lyrics,
lived that
dude.
life, and this guy was just humble and cool. Till
Damn, bro.
threw me a 20.
That's crazy. That's like,
$20, motherfucker, you got millions.
That's what I'm saying. The guy who he was a $40 million man,
No, you can't.
and
get
he
that.
wasn't even the face of the band.
can't.
give
What
me
was he? The
100
drummer
bucks,
then, or
Yeah.
he's the drummer? Damn,
Mhm.
shit. That's cool as fuck. I don't know if he's the most overpowered person I met, but I did meet Andrew Scholes a while back,
Wait, really?
and that was really awesome. We met him right before he like really blew up. It was, when was it? Like I think it was 2018 or 2017.
Right before he blew up.
Yeah,
basically.
I think it was like beginning of 2018. We saw him in Madison at this comedy club, and he got off stage. He fucking killed it, and he got off stage, and he just like went into the other room, like where the bar was, and like we weren't drinking or anything. We didn't have any food, so like we were just getting up to leave, and we were like the first ones out in like the like main area, and he was just chilling there. He literally I watched him go up to the bar, get a beer, and he's just like just chilling by himself, like at this like bar stool, like just doing nothing. No one's talking to him, and I'm just like, hi, Andrew. Like I was a pussy, dude. I literally asked him, I was like, should I go talk to him? I got a picture with him on my Instagram, but like it was,
dude, that is fucking awesome.
It was crazy. He was so nice. I was like, man, it's funny for me too. Like I found out about his stand up second. Like I didn't even know he was a comedian. Like because I followed him through the Brilliant Idiots podcast with him and Charlemagne, and that's what I watched him on all the time.
You watch Flagrant too?
Yeah, I watched Flagrant 2 as well. And he's fucking hilarious. I just thought he was hilarious on there, and I looked more into him, and that's when I found out he's a comedian and all this shit. And then he said on one of the episodes that I was listening to like that day, I think I was coming home from McKenna's house in Madison to my apartment in Janesville. It was like a 50-minute drive. And I'm listening to their podcast, and he's like, I got some dates we switched around. I'm going to be in Madison tomorrow night, the blank, whatever, the 22nd, whatever it was. And I'm like, oh shit, that's tomorrow. Like I was actually listening to it the day the episode came out. And I'm like, oh shit, McKenna, you want to go to this? And we just ended up fucking spontaneous. I came back to Madison the next day or whatever it was, the next night, and we went.
Great show.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
You seen it? He's on tour now, like the infamous tour,
Yeah.
baddest tour ever.
I have, dude. I want to see it. I would like to go to another comedy show. People that have never been, have you ever been? Have you guys? You've been to a comedy show live?
No.
Dude, you guys really. We should fucking go then.
I'm
Like,
down.
we should,
Yeah.
whether it's Scholes or anybody, dude. Like I've been. There was one I went to like that was like on a cruise, which was like obviously not like a big name comedian or anything, and my face still hurt. Like your face hurts from smiling so much. Schultz got done, and McKenna and I were both sitting there like, dude, what's going on with my cheeks right now? Like you're literally like these muscles like hurt almost because I was laughing the whole time, dude. And yeah, he's that funny. But yeah, I'd say either him or I met Tom Thibodeau. Again, a same kind of thing. It was like on accident. Like we went to a Bulls game. It was the
Tips.
He played you 42 minutes.
well, no, he didn't. It was him when he was coaching the Timberwolves, I believe. Yeah, and D Rose was on the Timberwolves, and it was like Derrick Rose's like homecoming game that year. And so we went to the United Center, and we thought we parked on the side we went to, and it wasn't, so we had to walk back across, and like the timing just worked out perfectly where he walked out the side door. And like just him and his fucking daughter just walked out, no security, nothing. And they just walked out this side door, and we're like, "Is that Tom Thibodeau right there?" And we fucking were like, "Hey, can we get a picture?" And his daughter was like, low-key, like, no, like not trying to have us do it. He was
Get
like,
the fuck out of my face.
it's fine, you know, his fucking. He's like, come on, it's fine, we'll take a picture. And then like we took a picture, and then these other people. I felt bad because then after we took a picture with him, then like 3-4 other people wanted to take pictures with
Start
him.
getting swarmed.
So
And that's when you tell them. No.
You
Yeah.
ever heard the like?
We were here first.
Just like the survey kind of thing, or not survey, but like it's a phenomenon where like you take a random picture with a random person, and other people like will come up to you and is like, "What are you worth getting a picture for, man? What do you do?" And it's like somebody that's never listened to their music is just like, "Oh, I got a picture of the Smashing Pumpkins.
yeah.
I don't know any of their songs."
No, that
I can
happens.
sing a couple.
Who
Okay.
I've done.
Not you. I'm just saying like in general.
No, dude, I think I've done that with somebody before, where it's like, I mean, that just happens where it's like somebody walks into a party or a bar that you're at or wherever you are, and everyone's like, "Oh my god," you're like, "Oh, what's so big about that?" Like, "Oh, what's going on?" You're like, "Oh, dude, hopefully I can get their attention
All right,
then
how do I
for
get
a
a little
second."
closer to the center of attention?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is, but it's an interesting thing. There's a lot of YouTube pranks where people have done that, where they like pretend to be somebody famous and they just like hire a bunch of security guards.
It's
and
too easy though.
yeah, because everyone's
You
like,
don't even need security
"What's going
guards. You
on?"
just need somebody to come and get your autograph.
yeah,
And I'm sure people will just be like, "There's something about them."
yeah, that's fair. Dude, I should have got some of the. You brought up wrestling with the Jiu Jitsu stuff, and it reminded me. I just went to this pro wrestling, the POW. You remember
Mhm,
POW?
yeah.
They came
They
to
were fucking
Wilmot.
awesome.
Yeah, dude. We went, and I actually got to meet like the owner, the commissioner, like a couple of wrestlers and stuff. A vlog coming out this week on Friday. And they're actually going to be back in Twin Lakes this Saturday. A little promo for
Awesome.
them. But I might go back, but I don't think I'm going to film again.
Get the whole.
I
crew.
want to get one of them on the podcast. I reached out to them afterwards. Actually, they said they would do it, but we got to figure out a date. And would you ever do pro wrestling?
I do that before real fighting. Like that. Yeah, I do pro
I
wrestling.
would
I
do
like
pro
the
wrestling.
flips and stuff.
Bro, I told one of the guys afterwards, like one of the actual wrestlers was in there. That his name was Nikki Vendetta. He was one of the better guys there. That we really liked him. And we're like, I'm talking to him afterwards, and I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get in there. What I got to do to get in there, man? And he's like, oh, you for real? And I'm like,
He's
he's
like,
like, oh, you could do it. You could do it. I'm like, no way, you think so, bro? And yeah. So
Those are some of my favorite people when they do podcasts that are long form. And you hear like The Undertaker did the Joe Rogan.
yeah, that was
such a-
crazy.
Dude, such a
just like
fucked up
casually
life.
speak. Oh, I didn't even check that out.
Dude,
Well, just because like they are on tour for like they do like 300 shows in a year, and so they're actually like hurting themselves. So it's just they're in so much pain.
Well,
all
that's the
the
thing
time.
too.
Yeah.
People
All
think
the
that it's like,
mentally, yeah,
here's the
mentally.
thing, bro. Like they might do things to make it easier on your body, but falling from a 12-foot ladder is still falling from a 12-foot ladder
Yeah,
on
you
your
gotta
back.
learn how to fall.
Yeah.
you know?
Well, and the thing is too, it's like they're like with the Undertaker. I think he had like 5 back surgeries or something like that.
Yeah,
3 or 4.
and like Andre the Giant,
Dude.
his surgeries and shit.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking nuts what they go through. And so like,
Jake the Snake's got his whole back
But
just
Rey
like.
Mysterio.
yeah, Rey
bro.
Mysterio's that dude, bro.
Boy.
He's back. He wrestles again.
He's like 50.
He came back, dude. Like, what the fuck's
I
going
don't know
on?
what
Is
his,
his
I
son
still don't know what his
involved
face
now,
looks
too?
like.
I feel like it's they need. I don't know. And maybe
his son and him did do a match.
they did. I heard about
Awesome.
that, dude. They I think with WWE too, it's all about like the characters, and maybe they just like need it. They're like, man, we don't
He
got
was
any
the biggest
characters that are
name,
resonating.
yeah.
Yes, let's bring Rey Mysterio.
It's kind of sad how downhill WWE went. 'Cause I'm a fan.
Yeah,
I like the Attitude Era with The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. That shit's fun.
the shit was pretty dope. Well,
It was just the content itself was kind of garbage. you
Yeah.
know? Like,
Like the marketing is so great.
Yeah.
By far the best marketing of any major sport of anything,
Mhm.
probably, because like
people should do that.
like
more.
the audience knows
We can
what
do
the
that.
outcome is, or like
Yeah.
they know the outcome's decided, but they still act like it's not.
Yeah,
Mhm. It's
because
just-
we
it's
don't
just
know.
like-
It's just like you're watching a show live. Like you're just like watching the
The
superhero,
Miz.
like the good guy versus the bad guy live, and you don't like actually the bad guy can maybe win sometimes in this. At least it's not a superhero movie where the bad guy's gonna lose. So it's like you don't know who it is. You know they know, but
Like, well, everybody knows it's fake, but they still treat it like it's real.
yeah.
It's interesting.
Well,
All
dude,
the
that was the
microphone
energy, bro. When
triangles.
we were at Pal, bro, that shit was nuts. That shit was nuts, bro. People were into it. I was into it,
Even
bro.
the high school one that we had come through, that shit was popping.
Yeah,
I
bro,
remember.
fucking
And there's
love
like
that.
On my old
100
Instagram
people in the
and stuff,
crowd,
I'm
but so much energy, more energy than like a full
Student section or
yeah.
something like that. Well, that's what, dude. I don't know if I've said this on the podcast already or not. I think I might have, but like that's what like I want to pitch to them. Like hopefully I want to get one of them on the podcast and like talk to them about that life because it's fascinating to me as someone who like enjoys WWE and shit like that. I don't really watch it anymore, but I like the concept. I love it, and
The old
going to
stuff-
see them.
The old stuff's
It's a
worth
part of
watching.
all of it.
Yeah, and going to see them was fucking phenomenal. But like I want to just like pitch to them like, dude, let me be in like one show. Like I'll train for like a month, 2 months with you guys, whatever I got to do. Like we'll promote it. Like I'll get all my people to try and come out there so we can like raise some money and shit. And I wanted to like let me play the fucking douchey YouTuber, whatever. Easy storyline for
We're
them,
all
you know?
gold or something.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, this is some fake ass wrestling shit, blah blah blah. Like you guys suck, blah blah blah. Let me get my ass kicked, bro. Like I'm with it, bro. Like I'm an entertainer. Like let me go, let me go through the table, bro. Like light the table on fire, drop me off the ladder, bro. I
Damn
want to do it.
straight.
You gotta have the
How
little
bad could I get
razor.
hurt? You know? Yeah, fucking
Cut
oh, dude.
yourself.
This one guy had a fork. He tried to stab somebody with a fork.
Well,
Fucking crazy.
I
well,
wouldn't wrestle
even
like
crazier
that.
than that, in WWE, Jake the Snake would bite, like have a real snake that bites.
Yeah,
people.
that's fucking nuts, dude.
And animal abuse didn't do anything.
Who was
This
the-
is fine.
Who was the one? There was somebody. Somebody got lit on fire. Like there's a match that they
Yeah,
have the
Inferno matches.
inferno matches that they actually light them on fire.
Dude, that's just torture. You can't like jump out or nothing.
Yeah, like what is
They
that,
just,
bro?
like, every time it slams, it
The buried alive
commitment.
matches and shit, bro. They got They're very creative over at WWE.
results like,
That shit is awesome, dude. Yeah. What would be your wrestler name?
ooh, damn.
That's always. I feel like you gotta have something
Damn.
sick, some iconic, but something like so off the wall.
I
Something
know I've
in
had
the
this
chambers,
conversation
though.
before. I know this has been a thing before. Put me on the spot.
I mean, like
biased.
some. Would you want to do something more like along the lines of like your name, or would you want to do something completely
No,
different?
I'd want like Sting is just one word.
Yeah.
Badass.
It's like one thing.
Something like that, but not like
Beyonce.
the something.
Yeah. Just like
Not like
Thing.
the Rock, but just Rock.
Demon
Slayer.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Dang.
Oh yeah, Demon Slayer. I don't know what mine would be, dude. We were joking about that. We did a
You got
skit.
one?
I mean, I'll tell you guys my actual fight name.
What's your
the
fight name?
Like nickname. So you can just put down anything for USA Boxing. So like my boxing name is American Venom.
American
Ooh,
Venom.
yeah.
Venom.
Venom.
You play that song?
Yeah,
You
no,
come
that-
in? Oh.
please don't use that.
Please don't use- Damn, bro.
No, that's
What,
bad,
where'd you
dude.
come up with that? Where'd you come up with that?
It's from It's actually from a song, not that one. There's a song
Okay.
called American Venom.
That's
It's like an old Western theme song, kind of.
Who's it by?
I don't know. It's like classical music, so it's all like
Okay.
trumpets and shit.
Oh,
But like
that's
it's
kinda sick.
very like uplifting. I do like the old, like
Inspirational.
some of the old classic like movie themes.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why I just have a weird habit.
Is
of
that gonna
I
be
like,
what you're gonna come out to?
Yeah, yeah.
That's sick, dude.
I just have like a weird habit where I love movie themes. So like
I do
I'll,
too.
like I'll listen to the Jurassic Park theme just at work or the Harry Potter theme.
Well, dude, the not even like the regular Rocky theme, but like no,
Fuck
I'm
you,
weird,
dude.
dude. I'm just like that. I do the same type of shit. Where it's like if I'm working out and it's like a really tough workout or I'm on a long run or something, if I turn on not like the regular Rocky theme too for sure, but like
Mhm.
the other, I forget what it is. It's called like Go the Distance or whatever. It's like the one that plays during the training
What,
montage.
the one with lyrics or
No, it's the one. It plays during the training montage. It's like that's gonna fly now. Yeah, that's his regular theme, the big popular one. But there's the other one where it's like right when Adrian wakes up out of like the coma. In the second one, she's like, "Win! I want you to win for me." And it's just like these bells start. It's like dun 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 dun.
It's impossible
dun,
not to get
and it's
pumped.
like, and like every time, dude, I'm like so fucking tired, and I literally can't help but sprint. Like I'll be like 4 or 5 miles in, I start running again, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on, dude?" It's like cheating almost.
Mhm.
And so it's it's kind of crazy with that, especially with movie themes. I feel like because I just like put myself in like it's just like I feel like I'm in that world almost, and
Like,
like I can't be
there's-
touched.
like a certain quality of just like they capture like a feeling of epicness.
Yeah,
So like you hear the Jurassic Park theme and like everybody can hum that.
yeah.
Like and it's just very uplifting.
Are the Jurassic Park movie? Have you seen the new movies? Are they? I don't really watch
Jurassic
them.
World's really good. Then the sequel is not good at all.
Oh,
The worst movie of them all by far. The third one's so funny.
Damn,
Ow.
I've never seen. I haven't. I've only seen the first one. I think like the original movie is the only one I've seen. I had a game.
Honestly,
on
the
PS1 that I
only
played.
one kind of worth watching. The second one's really good, but the first one's so like.
I just don't get the concept of like why do we keep this island.
Dude, if we
with-
had dinosaurs in real life, that shit would happen over and over and over again,
It's-
regardless of safety concerns.
Damn, I guess you're probably right. It is like that movie we talked about it a couple weeks ago with the Don't Look Up, that movie.
Yeah, I heard about it, didn't watch it.
Oh, you
but
should watch it. It's interesting because it's like, yeah, I could see this happen. If there really was a meteor that was gonna come and destroy the planet, like, and we got the technology to destroy it, like, there would be all these hurdles that we would have to go through that we would deserve to die in
the
the end.
smaller
Yeah.
meteors coming at the Earth.
Well, it's like to not spoil the movie because I don't want to spoil it for you guys because I think it is a good watch. There's this giant meteor coming, and these two scientists are trying to warn the government. They get like all this press and stuff like that. They go meet with the president at the time and all these people, and they're like, yeah, we should probably get rid of it, whatever. And then like basically money gets in the way where it's like, well, wait, what if we can harness some potential resources and this trillion dollar corporation can make more money? And so then they start to question it, and I don't want to spoil
But
anything
there's
after
a
that.
Meteor.
But it's like, yeah, but like the other chance is like we die. So like, what do you want to do? And yeah, it's interesting what they end up choosing. It's funny.
Well, like you think it's just in a movie, but no, that's real life. That's real life.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Like it could happen. I could really see that shit happening. I don't have much faith in
yeah,
our like
peop-
world leaders
yeah.
to stop that.
Oh no, like these are the last people I want leading me.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd
Like-
rather have anybody else.
yeah, dude.
Like
it's-
random construction workers, I'd rather have than the government.
yeah, please God, actually. No, it's kind of terrifying. Speaking of random construction workers, I mean not really, but I'm sure they would enjoy this. If you had to make a get rich quick scheme to sell to working class people or to anybody, what would be your get rich quick scheme? Or maybe we can come up with one together if you guys don't have one.
Dude, just 3 easy ways to lose belly fat.
3 easy ways. That sounds like a YouTube title and thumbnail right there.
Easy.
Millions and millions of views. Damn, that's fair. sell like a fake supplement, like a vitamin
It's gotta
C
be like
gummy,
a-
but it
like a-
also has
Like
something
in-
else. Yeah,
Like Mike's Secret stuff.
yeah.
Something like that is what I was going with.
Just get a big celebrity to endorse it. That's all you need, dude. It's kind of fucked, actually.
It's kind of fun.
Like, and I do.
Like-
We all do it though.
Well,
like-
yeah, but it's like, why are you taking LeBron James' opinion on cars? What the fuck he know?
yeah, or Shaq like with the Buicks. I love those. That him reading the mean tweets thing. And he's like, Shaq, we know you don't fit in that Buick. It's like, fuck, dude. So true. But it's weird, dude. Like we just want like we definitely feel more comfortable when there's like this cosign of somebody that we're enamored by, where we're like,
that
oh,
they paid to advertise
yeah.
their product.
Even though they paid, they probably don't even fucking
Well,
use that.
If it is real and they do use it, it's very convincing though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
For whatever reason.
Well, and you know what's funny? Actually, somebody got called out. I think it was Gal Gadot a few years ago. Tweeted some promo for the new Android phone at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a video with her or whatever. And the tweet was like because they always say like tweet posted from an iPhone. And so she literally didn't even have the fucking, and it was so funny, dude. Like just the backlash on that.
For her credit though, it's probably like an assistant or something. That
It could have,
posted
yeah.
it.
She probably didn't
How
fucking
many of those
tweet it.
people actually run their own social media accounts?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's got to be a great job, just running a famous person's social media.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, because
post
like you don't, if you even if like you post the wrong thing, like
it's not you.
no one knows who you are. Even if the person like was like Gal Gadot was to be like, it was my intern that did that, it wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Gal Gadot's intern.
You
What is
see
that? That's a
Yeah.
variable. I don't know
Yeah.
who that is. There's no face to that. I'm pissed at Gal Gadot. I'm not pissed at the variable. Fucking X tweeted that.
Get
I
your
don't fucking
assistant
know
in
who that
order,
is.
gal.
Yeah, like unless you're gonna dox your assistant, then I'll be mad at them. But it's kind of an interesting thing. So I guess so. You lose 3 ways to lose belly fat: easy, fast.
Dude.
That's a great.
Yeah.
Great way
It's
to
hard
start.
to think of just new capitalism ideas though.
Yeah, it's
Like
pretty diabolical what some people are able to do though, man. It's everything's subscription based now. Everything is I guess like everybody's just becoming, I should say not everybody, the people that are trying to do like schemes and shit like that. I feel like it's very middleman-y. It's like, let me find something that's working good right now.
Mhm.
Let me just get in between the consumers and the product. So
For
that I can,
$5 a month.
yeah, so I can make some money, and it's crazy how that works, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, pyramid schemes, basically.
Yeah, pyramid schemes are awesome, man.
Beautiful when they work.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. You ever see
Good
that guy go
prices.
on the like British Shark Tank and actually pitch them a pyramid
Yeah,
scheme?
he did all this.
And
They
he
were like,
lit-
what did we just make?
What did we just make? He literally didn't know he was in a pyramid scheme. He's like, I'm here at the 3rd level. Like, you guys would start out, below me, but
There's
and
a
these
program.
are billionaires, dude. And he's trying to convince them to get in. Fantastic, dude.
Oh, have you ever like interacted with one of those people though?
Oh, tons of them, bro. You ever I talked to somebody who was this is not similar, I guess, to a pyramid scheme. Somebody who was trying to sell me on the Book of Mormonism and induct me into
Oh, you're
the
not
Mormon
familiar?
church. I messaged them for like a day and a half. And then
Just
I told
fucking
them, I
with
was like,
them.
yeah, I was just like, they're like, have you heard of, the book of whatever? And I'm like, or the Church of Latter-day Saints or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I've heard of it. And she was like, what did she say? She's like, what do you know about the Mormon, blah, 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 the Book of Mormon? And I like just quickly Googled it. And it said, oh, it's a retelling of the Bible from this person's perspective. And I just like sent that. She's like, okay, so you have heard of it, blah, blah, blah. She's like, would you ever be interested? And like the conversation just dragged on. And eventually she was like, so are you like, would you want to ever like maybe consider following this path to God and whatever? And I was like, no, I don't think so, but I know a guy. And I sent her to one of my friends, and
He's like, oh, perfect.
yeah, and so
Like,
that
that's
she
what I was
bothered
saying
him.
though. Like most of the shit you hear is just bullshit.
Yeah,
I don't get how the lady was able to like keep a straight face. I guess it's religion. It's not a pyramid scheme, but like,
yeah.
how do you keep a straight
cult.
face when you just know you're?
The pyramid
Well-
scheme thing, yeah, that thing is tough because it's like,
How do you live with yourself? Like selling
Some
somebody.
people
this
don't even
junk?
recognize what they're doing a lot of
I
the
guess.
time.
what's worse though? Okay, and what's more common? Because I am one of these categories. People that went to your high school that either now want to become rappers or want to sell you some beauty pyramid scheme or shakes or something like that. What's more common? Which one do you dislike more? Because I swear to God, it's everybody I know, and I'm one of the categories. I'm actively trying to be an entertainer and a rapper and shit like that. So I get it. I'm in there. But
Mhm.
you know, I just think it's funny with the pyramid scheme thing, where it's like, oh, you never fucking reposted my music one time, but you want me to fucking post these shakes that I know don't
And
do
let
shit.
your friends know.
Yeah, and tell all my friends about it. Get
And it's
the
like, why
fuck
you gotta
out.
buy it from you? I can just buy it from the website.
Yeah, I can buy it on the
Really
website. I could become an affiliate, and I could get a discount, and I could make some money selling
Actually,
it to people.
I'm ahead of you now, dude.
I've actually passed you in the tier list. And it's kind of crazy, dude. But some people make so much money doing it, dude. It's fucked up.
So, random like side note, but something I just went down like a Wikipedia rabbit hole. Like the Church of Mormon, like like really racist.
I'm sure, yeah.
Well, like in the 80s, they had like a whole speech where they said black people don't have souls.
Really?
Like, dude, you just said that?
Jesus Christ, dude. That's fucking wow. That's
It's
terrible.
like, yeah, looking into the Mormon history, they're not good people.
No. I know it's very much a cult, but it's funny. There's because Utah's like where a lot of it's like based, right? And there was I don't know if you guys are familiar with the channel on YouTube, All Gas No Breaks. I think he's Channel 5 News. He does these really funny like mini docu-series on places, and he did this. It was like a Utah Salt Lake City rap festival or something like that, and every single person he'd just be interviewing that like is on acid or on whatever, like on Molly, and they're just like, fuck the Latter-day Saints, fuck the Mormon church, like freaking out, dude. Like everyone just has this pent up like hatred, and like, dude, so many like, I guess like a lot of Mormons like I think their like population is like dwindling, because it's the same thing with like Amish people, where you hit a certain age and you get like a chance to go see the rest of the world, and then like if it's better you just leave and you don't have a family anymore and no one knows, like you just are your own person,
right.
and then you get to decide to come back though and become, stay a Mormon, whatever. And there's actually quite a few famous porn stars now that were Mormons. There's like several.
Oh.
That they came.
Like
from
several like
Mormonism.
top one, like I've like watching No Jumper and shit, dude. Like I'm trying to think of the names off the top of my head.
That's interesting.
But
That's
several, and
super
a lot of
interesting.
people like become like,
Wow.
and we talked about it a while back on the show. There's this thing that they do that Mormon like teenagers do and shit in like high school and whatnot, called soaking. Now soaking is because they can't get their dick wet, can't do anything, right? So I can't have penetrative sex with somebody else.
Okay.
But there's nothing in the rule book about me being hard inside somebody else and my friend jumping on the bed to bounce us up and down. That's literally something that goes on, and you can look it up. We fucking pulled up an article, we read about it. There's a bunch of people reporting on it. It's fucked up, dude. But that literally have like, basically these rules are now, instead of two fucking teenagers just having regular sex, they're basically having a fucking orgy, because they gotta have homies there to shake the
Jumping on the
fucking
bed.
bed so that I'm not thrusting
That's just-
myself.
That's just extra steps.
That's just fucking weird, bro. Like, just fucking, if you're already breaking the
Not
rules,
having
just
to
lie
thrust.
about it. Just lie.
I get it.
You get
I get it,
you
dude.
subscribe to soaking? That's
Why
crazy.
don't you just like do cowgirl?
Dude, I don't fucking know, bro.
Just lay on your back, man.
I'm not Mormon, bro. I guess we're tiers above them in the
They're
pyramid scheme
tiers
of
above
life.
us.
Yeah, maybe they're thinking about it in a different way. No, it's kind of scary, man. All that shit is scary. Like cults in
Yeah.
general really terrify me. I saw a TikTok that said, this girl asked the question, or maybe it was a guy, said, do you ever think about just wanting to join a cult and like getting past the initiation stage to see if you could leave? Like get through all the initial brainwashing and see if you're strong-willed enough to
That's
like
kick
get out.
ass.
That is pretty kick ass.
I'm kind of. I don't think I would want to risk that though. I don't think I'm a student of the game. I try to learn as much as I can from people, and I feel like after a while, like I'd be like, you know what,
making a little sense.
this guy up here, yeah,
Well, dude, if somebody's like charismatic enough, they can do it. Like I've met people where it's like, dude, I don't care what you're talking about. I just like listening to you.
Yeah, that's fair. It's true. There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
That's like that one preacher that's got the 2 private jets or whatever that everybody's always shitting
Oh
on.
yeah, it's fucked up.
He's like, I needed it. God told me that I needed it. Just asking
Dude.
for donations. It's awesome.
Jesus got to be looking at him in his fucking rags like, dude, you're doing it a little wrong.
That's
That's not what I was trying to say.
not exactly what I meant, but yeah, do your thing.
Pretty
man.
sure
Do
I
your
said
thing.
give you all your money away.
That's fair. Okay, we talked about this last week for a minute, and I mentioned to my friend Ty that I've never partake in any recreational drug, any drugs at all that wasn't Tylenol.
Okay.
or melatonin. I took one time on
Is it
accident.
melatonin?
Yeah, it's
Fucking
one of my
drug
most
addict.
popular clips of this podcast. Actually, is me telling the story of when I took melatonin, and it was not good. I like astral projected like in my sleep and was watching myself sleep while watching myself watch myself sleep. It was
Right on.
fucked up, really scary. I never took it again. One time, but I'm curious as someone who's never taken drugs. If you were to give somebody that's never taken drugs anything, what should I just jump into, man? Would you advise it?
Acid.
Right?
No, that's the opposite of what you should do.
No?
I'm totally kidding.
Would it kill you? You think?
No,
No.
like you
But-
just don't need all that right away. I don't know. He knows more.
I
You
mean,
don't, you don't think I could handle it?
a
Me
psychedelic,
personally, is
like,
knowing
to-
Darren, what would you?
Well, are you trying
think
to
with,
reach
like,
your limits?
If I was, I'm,
psychedelics, you
I'm
can
someone. If I'm gonna do something, I go all in. So what would I
Fucking give me
need to go?
acid.
Acid?
Yeah, psychedelics would be like not the best jumping in point, but
Just go for it.
I mean, well, like thing
Other
is, there's
drugs
no
aren't fun.
like if you're gonna get anybody in drugs, probably like pot or alcohol. Although probably pot first.
Caffeine.
I don't even drink caffeine.
Well, like
That's good for you.
Damn, bro.
like
I would die. I
what's-
would actually probably die if I took something.
What's
That's
the
probably why
word when, like,
melatonin fucked me up, bro. Because I'd be taking nothing, so I can't handle anything.
One Tylenol
Justin
makes
says
it feel
shrooms.
so good.
Dude, yeah. You know,
Shrooms would be a good intro though.
I take
Yeah.
liquid Tylenol because I can't swallow pills, bro.
You can't swallow.
That's where the melatonin story came from because I couldn't swallow the melatonin pills, so I had to do a gummy from Walmart. I took these gummies from Walmart, and
Oh, they're probably super overpowered.
I took two. I said to take two, and I did. And
But yeah, but like
I get comments every day
one-
now on this video of kids, like hopefully not actual children, but like
no.
young people around my age or younger, is telling me like, bro, I just popped fucking 6-7 gummies. I'm trying to get like you, and I'm like, bro, this
You're
is
like future.
Oh,
this
like,
is a cautionary
No.
tale, bro. It's
Uh,
a joke. I'm joking.
apparently
about
with
this.
like a lot of supplements like that is like the standards aren't that high.
Mhm.
So like they'll say there's 100 milligrams in a pill, and it might be 120 to 80 milligrams.
It's like a
range,
40 degree, yeah.
whatever. And like that happens a lot with like pot edibles now. So like people get way too high.
Damn, bro.
But I mean that could have happened to you with your melatonin. You might have actually just had one that was like worth 2 or something
Damn.
like that.
That'd be kind of crazy, dude.
You must have been in your own head or something.
I was. Well, dude, I the only reason I did it was because like I heard from fucking online YouTube fucking fitness people was like, oh, yo, if you take melatonin, like when you're lifting, I was like lifting really heavy at the time, trying to gain weight, taking creatine, and really focused on my diet. And everyone was like, if you take like melatonin, if it's hard for you to sleep at night, it'll be easier for you to sleep deeper. You sleep deeper, you recover better. You wake up ready to go the next day for your workout. So I bought these fucking gummies, tried it, gave the gummies to my roommates because I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that
Shit's
again,
too
dude.
hard for-
Not doing that again. I'm a pussy. But
Yeah. If you're gonna try one drug though, like definitely, I'm not advocating for
Okay.
drug use, but like pot's like just the best all around.
I'm not.
low
Yeah,
level.
I'm not gonna take drugs. But I just thought it'd be a funny conversation. But
Justin had a great suggestion though.
With-
If you're looking
with
to
the
like
shrooms?
actually introduce yourself into something, like if down the road you're ever like, fuck it, we're gonna step out the zone.
yeah,
Comfort zone.
I feel like it would be. So I used to joke and say that if I was to ever do any drug, it would be like cocaine, and I would just try
That's the
some coke.
last thing you should do, my friend.
But it's like a 30. I heard it's like a 33% chance you die like the first time you take it, just because like your body, like
I
I
don't
mean,
know
I
about
guess
33%,
you're probably not
but
33. There'd be a lot more dead people.
Yeah, you would.
don't know, bro.
But like,
There's a lot of
a-
people that do coke.
that's fair. Yeah, there's a lot of
And
people.
if you get
but it's like
some
the
bad
first
shit
time.
The first time, if you get some bad shit the first time, you have no tolerance to like any foreign substance. Like,
I would die.
yeah,
I would die. Yeah. But no, so I think maybe psychedelics would be better
And
if I ever decided to go that route.
I mean,
that's
I
what
do
would
have no
advocate for.
intentions.
You
I'd
got
actually
some
advocate for
fucking energy,
for
like,
shrooms.
D Rita on Somali at like a rave. You'd be sweating. You'd be jumping.
It'd be scary, bro.
You'd be sweating.
I don't know if I would trust that, bro. I'm
No.
terrified of not having control, which would probably maybe that's why maybe psychedelics would be like a good experience. I think because like I would
I
just like
would-
let myself be. But
Yeah.
with Molly or
would
something like that, I feel like it would be
advocate-
scarier.
I liked Bali like the first time I did. It was the first best night of my life. 'Cause I didn't feel like psychedelic, but
Yeah.
I was definitely like flashy. Like it was like a kind of psychedelic experience, just with like.
What is it? What is Molly's an
totally,
upper then? There's a
Yeah,
I think it's
basically a
like
rave drug.
ecstasy.
oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
I don't know if they're the same
yeah,
thing.
I think that is what I
So
think
it's
it is.
like not really psychedelic, but like it just it's a little bit like it makes like sensations
Lights with,
feel
like,
better.
lines and stuff. It's all.
But like,
Damn.
well, that's kind of with Molly, but like with like acid and mushrooms, like the best way I can describe it is it's like it's taking the condom off of your senses.
Damn. That's
You
a
do,
good.
like,
That's a good way to
that
put
is
it.
good.
Like
That's that.
I feel like
Yeah. Damn.
like most of the time your brain is trying to filter things out. Like there's way too many sensations. Like you can't look at everything, pay attention to everything.
Mhm.
And people think psychedelics kind of removes that part, so you're just experiencing all of life as is, kind
Jesus
of.
Christ. So how do, when you have a bad trip,
And shit
what does
looks
that mean?
crazy.
I've never had a bad trip. I take a lot of pride in having like
That's pretty
mental, like a good handle on my mental.
Yeah.
So
How does that work though? Is it like you like take a smaller micro dose or like what is it like?
Dude,
Just luck of the draw.
Usually I cry on some, like, whenever I'm like tripping. Remember that day I was like bawling my eyes out in front of this guy and a couple
Like,
of friends. I was telling them I'm not
the-
sad.
You're
having-
just
like,
crying. You
I
didn't
was
know why?
bawling.
Why were you
like,
crying? You just
the
start.
emotions. You
Yeah,
get
it was awesome.
so
I was
much
with my best
emotion.
friends.
Oh my god.
Like
awesome.
the main thing I've always had with every single one of my psychedelic trips is just like an crazy like pouring in of love. Just like people like
Really?
I love my family. I like and it's like genuine. It's not like a corny type of like, oh, I love you, bro. It's
But
no,
do
it's
you
like,
feel that deep down?
yeah, and like it
You
sticks
feel-
with
So
you.
maybe
That's the only thing
but-
that really like sticks with you after
I
a
feel
trip, kind of.
taller.
But that's where maybe that's where maybe some of my fear comes from. I don't think I deep down maybe there's like things that I'm not happy about. What if I hate myself?
That's why I don't take acid anymore.
Because so like, what if if I take acid and that's what I feel deep down, I'm gonna have a fucking scary ass trip, bro. If
Well,
all you feel is love, because maybe deep down
Well,
you really love
it's
yourself.
not like love for myself. It's like understanding love's like the most important thing.
Mm.
So like,
It's
you're
just
like
All the talk is real about psychedelics. It puts you in like somewhere indescribable. You can't put it into words.
It's something so weird, man. Where it's like I've definitely thought, like I've spent time and thought about it because I've never drank, never smoked, nothing, right? And so like I've sat there and been like, there's a part of me that's like, man, it would be interesting to just know what you're talking, like, because I'm
Mhm.
getting a pretty good idea of what you're talking about, but there's no way I could ever fully comprehend it, like what you're saying about
yeah,
it.
and it's kind of like a dream where like you comprehend like maybe one thing out of it, and like the other of it was just like in the dream you kind of lost it, it slipped away
Yeah.
somehow. So it's kind of like that.
What's like the best like TV or like media representation that you've seen where it's like that is what it's like? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that do it, like making fun of tripping or whatever, and it's
Mhm.
like a lot of people tell me that's not what it's like. That's not what it's like. But what's something that maybe it is?
ASAP Rocky's LSD video is
I was
not
gonna
the
say
worst.
the-
It's
I was
not
gonna say
bad.
the exact same
It's
thing.
actually,
Okay.
At
like,
least for
he
the
gets it.
visuals,
Damn.
it's very close.
Okay.
I remember when we were all like
Fucking
trippy one day.
He's a
we
father now. He's gonna be a father.
Really?
Should have been me.
It's gonna be.
Rihanna and him are having a kid, dude.
That's a
fucking crazy.
beautiful child.
I will be.
Buy
There's some
stock in that
pretty
kid.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, bro. Whatever
Also-
fashion line he's about to drop, like newborn infant line he's gonna drop is gonna be insane.
Dude,
The music's gonna be crazy.
Fenny toddler.
Yeah, that'll be fucking nuts. So his video LSD though would be a
At
good
least, yeah, for the
Somewhat
visuals of it,
relevant.
really close, and just kind of like the overall, like,
feel.
this
that
is
it
bigger
gives
than
you.
me, kind of.
I watched it before. I'd gotten trippy, and then we got trippy and took it, and I was like a little underwhelmed because I was like, "Oh, this was supposed to be the craziest," but I already saw it before.
Ah, got you. That's
So
crazy. I saw it in. I recently watched. I think maybe a few months ago watched the Entourage series. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Pretty good show, actually. Pretty funny
Mhm.
show. And there was an episode with like dedicated to that where they went to what's the park in California that everybody goes to?
Joshua Tree?
Tree. They went to
Yeah.
Joshua Tree, and I don't know if they took shrooms or if it was actual. Forget which one they'd taken, but yeah,
Dude,
some psychedelics, and they had a ball.
I heard a funny story. This dude, like, went to Joshua Tree National Park, and he asked the park ranger, "Where's the Joshua Tree?" Not known as a species. Some dumb things you say to people.
Dude, the officer, like the park ranger's like, yeah, get out of here, bro.
I think he sent him to a spot.
Oh,
Actually,
really? He just
you
like,
go over
right
there.
over there, bro.
South.
Damn,
Get
that's
away from
crazy.
me.
They bring it. Justin Kimberly says they bring up, they do bring up the bad shit. Face it. Realize there's nothing to be scared of. Love love over fear is what he
Move
says.
on.
Maybe
Right.
that's what I got to do. I mean, I just signed up for therapy, so I'm gonna try to do that
Good for you,
in
man.
that sense. But yeah, we'll see.
You can add them together.
Do
It's
both.
like
Take
therapy.
some
Don't
shrooms
tell
on my
anybody.
way to therapy, and they'll
You'll
kick
really
in.
get it.
Does
Well,
that shit
you-
kick in like immediately or like?
After like an hour,
Oh shit.
depending on what drug you take.
Yeah.
One time my roommates took in college shrooms. They told me because they want to let me know, so like in case
Mhm.
some shit went bad, they're like, "Hey, we're taking shrooms tonight," and I was like, "I'm going to bed." they're like, yeah, well, we got someone who's gonna watch us, so we're good. And I'm like, okay.
You didn't sleep that night, did you?
No, I did. I slept. But I woke up in the middle of the piss, and they were just staring at the TV like all sweaty in the same spot, like whatever, like sitting crisscross applesauce in their room, like on the ground. And I'm just like, you guys good in there? And they're like, yeah, man. Like they were like scared to see me. It just I don't know. It's hard to like even picture. Like they're
On
just
the
dripping
inside,
sweat.
They're loving it.
They said it.
I know exactly what you like. That.
I think they stayed up for like 8 hours or 8 or 9
it's an
hours
intense
straight.
experience. Like you gotta dedicate a whole day to it. For
Damn.
sure.
Yeah.
And you got to probably be in a safe place though too. I feel like
Yeah.
if you just do it, so like you know,
can't go out in public
Can't be
like
like
other
cold
people.
weather or nothing too. That'll
No, I've
throw
done
you
it in cold weather.
Like then just throw me off. Shitty weather.
What about like in water? You ever like go in water? I heard that's a pretty crazy experience, like on acid. Like if
Water
you're
does
tripping,
feel great. I've never swam or anything on that, but
that would be kind of
my
dangerous.
hair
I feel
was
like.
wet and I was just like I couldn't stop running my fingers through my hair because it just felt so nice.
Like a shower
Yeah.
feels nice because, like I said, you open up all the senses, so it's like every individual drop of hot water is hitting me almost.
Wow,
It's like, oh, this feels so nice.
you just like ascended. That's what it is.
Basically.
Wow, this is like very much promoting drug use. So like kids at home, like I don't think you should do that.
Colorado's
but
legalizing this shit in a couple years.
Look,
You'll be
exactly,
alright.
but you know, live your life
for the
Be
most
safe.
part. Like I think a lot of people just have bad experiences with them, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm just maybe lucky or just something. My
Well, I
brain's
feel like too, in the way
different.
you're describing it, and doing it, you're saying you're not going out in public, like you're not a menace to society, like risking
No.
your own life or other people's life, like doing this stuff.
No,
It's
the
it's a lot
absolute
better
opposite.
than
I'm
doing
just
something.
trying to, like, I'll do acid and I'm like, Mom, I love you.
Yeah, you're
Shit
not
like-
you're not like doing cocaine to like stay up on like some bit, like you're not doing
No.
some psycho shit, like I don't know, not that.
Parker's album was amazing. His psychedelic album from high school.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude, check that.
For people that don't remember, that's Insight from a few weeks back.
Yes.
Yeah, he did have he had a song on there that I actually really liked.
I do. I probably.
There's a couple that I really liked
He,
on
yeah,
that.
he did some really good stuff,
That shit was pretty crazy.
and he puts it into like the right perspective, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How he like, yeah, he does well with it.
No, he's very, very talented. We've got Therapy and Microdose. That's Broccoli 97 tells me to do that. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna try to
Broccoli?
do it.
My guy
Shout out.
just told me he microdosed the other day, but then he's like, oh, the typical 4 hours later, and this ain't shit.
So what
I
is
feel like
what does that mean? You're just taking a very small amount of shrooms, or
It means you're wasting your time, basically.
okay? So you should just go all in or don't do it.
Get this.
Yeah, I don't
a,
get the microdosing
a
thing.
big microdose is basically asking for like an anxiety attack. Like if you don't take enough to like let yourself go, like you were saying, if you
Yeah.
like take yourself enough to like see things and get
Like
all
you'd
good.
like see the scent, like get all those other senses, but you're like, I can't let them in. Like I'm not fully there. Yeah, that would be
You
like
get a little
driving like
foggy.
one hand on the wheel type shit, kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the last big thing I want to get to today, and if you guys have anything else, we'll get to that too. What's the biggest age gap that you would be willing to date somebody? Like how many years is too weird? For
a
anything, like,
lifelong.
For like right now, what's too big of a gap?
I mean,
There's no right answer. I don't think.
yeah, at least for me is like, I know I want to have kids, so that would be like just not necessarily even the age thing. That just would be like a deal breaker at all.
Like if they couldn't have kids anymore,
Yeah, or
they
if they're
already had
yeah, if
kids?
they're like 35 or something, it's like, well, I'm way younger than you. By the time our kids are full grown, like you might be dead or something like that. I'm still
Shit,
gonna be
yeah.
around.
Fuck, bro. No, yeah, that's
Only
a
13.
Well, I know, but
Yeah.
like,
Fuck,
I'm
man.
just saying.
Shit, 18 years, bro. That's damn. That's crazy. No, yeah,
Like,
for me,
you want to build something, like you want to build something with somebody instead of like jumping into somebody else's life or having them jump into your life.
yeah, I guess too. I mean, obviously, like my perspective is gonna be skewed because I'm younger, but
Mhm.
I think for me, I want like shared life experience. Like I've known people, and I'm not happy that I've known people, but I've known people that have dated, like been around the age that we are right now, like
Mhm.
within a couple of years of that, dating people that are either just below 18 or are 18, and it's fucked up, and whatever, but like these people even if they're dating someone who's 18, of age, whatever,
Mhm.
like this person is in fucking high school. They still have study hall. What's
have
the
to
real
ask to
what
the
is the real
bathroom.
life equivalent to study hall? There isn't. That doesn't exist in anything else. You don't just get an allotted time to do nothing
Mhm. Like
for free, like for fun and no expense to you. Like like this person has no share. Like for me, I feel like it's around 4 years, like up or down. Like 4 years older than me, 4 years younger than me, because we'll have a similar life perspective, I guess. Like
same generation.
Yeah,
so
like we
helps.
can, even if they were older than me or if they were younger than me, like we would, generally understand the world in a similar way. Not that having someone understand it in a different way would be bad. Like, and again, I'm young, so like maybe if I was, 30 and McKenna leaves me and I'm like fucking whatever, like I'd be like, no, 10 years is fine, like blah blah blah, which would be fucking weird. Me right now would be telling that person in the future it's fucking weird, but I don't fucking know. And I'm sure, like you said, I think you said there's no right or wrong answer, I guess.
It's
But
totally subjective to the person,
yeah, but what is it for you? So for me, it's like 4 years, up or down.
I gotta go more than that.
Really?
More of a range, but like more so up, not like
Okay.
15.
Well, that's the thing too.
Yeah.
We're 23 right now, so it's like I'm not gonna.
I spent
10
a little
years
time
lower
with
would be
somebody
pretty
that was
yeah.
like an
Well, like-
8-year age difference, and I mean, it didn't nothing bad about that.
They were older than you. Okay.
And like what you said about like similar experiences, I don't care for somebody with similar experiences to me because they're pretty
Okay.
limited.
That's fair.
A totally different person is like all new. Like,
Interesting.
conversation to have even.
Oh yeah,
and
that's fair.
hearing completely different perspectives.
Yeah, that would be interesting, I guess. In that sense, being able to like have those different things. I just no, that's fair. I guess
Oh,
dude,
I couldn't hold back.
that's what, dude. So you got neither one of you. Neither one of you guys have seen anybody right now, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. Okay, never mind.
Colin.
I was-
No, what do you?
I was gonna say like, have
It's
you?
not like
You've
If
not
it
been
makes
with.
people feel better, I don't
Which
even
was
know about
who
it.
you were with? Were they a MILF or
No children.
no children? Damn. Would you though?
Hmm?
Would you?
Put a baby on?
Dude, I don't.
No.
want- I
Would
don't-
you? Would
I
you
don't
be
want
with
kids.
somebody that had kids already? Like, would you?
I mean, that's not a deal breaker for me. I got a good stepdaddy voice.
Okay.
I've been working on it.
What's your voice? What's your talk? If you had to sit me down, I'm your stepson.
No, it's real
Okay.
short. Just listen to your mother, kid.
Damn, bro.
You don't
about
want
it.
to test me. I'm about to tell you some things you don't want to hear.
Oh yeah? Tell me some things I don't want to hear, bro. This is a podcast.
Oh no, if
I
I'm,
want to hear.
if I'm the stepdad
Oh yeah.
talking to a stepson, I'm about
Yeah,
to tell
yeah.
you some things you don't want to hear.
Oh shit.
Ask your mama about me.
Oh fuck, dude. Yeah, dude. That's something that is kind of fucked, and I know it's just a weird. Gotta be weird. Like imagine like you're our age. Somebody has a kid that's around 17, 18, 19 years old, and you're like sleeping with that person,
24 or something.
and you're 23, 24.
Then you start
like-
sleeping with their child.
Is that wrong?
The sleeping with the child
Yeah.
part?
Wait, so-
of age person that happens to be their offspring.
Yeah, so I'll leave
I don't
it.
like the child, the word.
Yeah,
I will say
sorry.
offspring.
I'm
They're their
sorry.
Damn, bro. Yeah, that's fair.
Wait, I'm lost on this. So like somebody I know that's my age that had a kid.
No. Not some that's be too easy. That's obvious. They wouldn't be able to have a kid that's 18 right now.
She's 38. You're 20. Her daughter's
Oh,
like
okay.
18.
Yeah, she had a kid young or something, and she's
19,
like,
we'll say.
Damn. Dude, that's a crazy.
would
situation.
you like what would you do?
I mean, it's situational again.
Because
I
like,
said.
dude, like you could both be in college together. Like you could be in college with their
Wait,
kid,
You date the mom or you date the mom's kid?
but you're already with the mom. But maybe you met.
her girl just turned 19.
That's better than pulling off sisters.
Fucking great. That would be. Yeah. No, that would be-
Legendary.
We've got in the comment, Broccoli 97 says post nut regret is a study hall in real life. Oh. That is actually wow. Okay, yeah.
30 minutes of
Post
Damn.
nut regret.
It's a little shorter than that. You don't get the whole 45 minutes, but yeah, you get a couple
It
minutes.
feels like
there.
45.
Maybe, yeah. Well, guys, we've done over an hour now. What is there anything we didn't get to? I'm happy that I got to be able to get you guys both here at the same time and just kind of kick it with you guys. 'Cause I don't get to see you all the time. So, but is there any you guys have any questions for me or something we didn't get to that we need to get to? Because I'm with it if there is.
So something I was kind of wondering. You said you were journaling
Yeah.
more. So between like journaling and then doing a podcast and like obviously you had to go back and like listen to yourself. Do you see yourself a lot differently now? Like
Yeah.
more from like a third person perspective.
It's weird that you say that. Actually, the journaling helps a lot in making me not like look at myself so badly because I think I definitely have a harsher perspective on myself watching the pod. I'm like, oh, that joke was stupid. Like, why did I cut them off when they said, like, I'm nitpicking things that I do. And I did see, but in a way though, too, in that harshness, definitely not good for mental health. That's why I'm trying to go to therapy and journal and shit. But in that hardness, I saw this guy talk about it actually recently. You know, recording yourself a lot when you're doing like vlogs or stuff like this, like, it's hard to like hide if you're like a bad person. And so it almost, even if maybe you have tendencies that you're not super proud of, it's like you don't want someone who's just now seeing you for the first time to get that idea of you. And maybe that's just a small part of you, that one flaw. And in recording yourself more and seeing that, it's definitely like makes you aware of it, because you're like, I'm not going to be a piece of shit. Like, I don't want people to see me as a piece of shit. Maybe it's a little narcissistic, but it's like, I don't want you to see me as a piece of shit, so I'm just not going to be a piece of shit more, I guess, if that makes sense.
No, that's a good plan.
You know, it's like you're almost faking it till you make it, but then you end up becoming a slightly better person, where it's like, I want to seem like a better person, so then I become a better person.
There's like a psychology term for it, I forget it, but like once you do something, like if you do things, like your thinking will start to change towards your actions.
Yeah. It's the same thing with like they say, like if you're trying to start a new habit or something you want to do, or like you want to, maybe it's like you want to do pottery or something, like you start telling people like, maybe you only did pottery one day. Today's the first day you start. You fucking got some clay out, you did whatever. I am whatever the fucking, what's the noun name of a pot, someone that makes pottery. I don't know, McKenna, do you know that? Artisan? Is it? I'm an artisan. I would tell people I identify as an artisan. I join a fucking artisan Facebook group. I fucking tell people that's what I do. And I know that worked for me when I started like lifting way back when in like high school and shit. I was like, oh yeah, I lift. It was like the first week I lifted.
Damn
and I'm
straight.
like, I lift. Yeah, every day. I lift every morning with the football guys, yeah. And it was like, I've been doing it for 4 or 5 days. But I just said that and just like declared that, and as it went on, like it just became something that I did, and then so I think there is some validity to that. And it's the same kind of thing with even with basketball. I know when I started playing with those guys that were much better than me, there was nothing I could really do better than any of them, except for like this one pull-up mid-range shot at the time was like, and I would make it every time, and they would joke. One of the guys said, "Oh, he's like, the short guy's the king of mid-range, whatever." So I just like was like, yeah, man, I don't miss mid-range shots.
Straight.
And so like that was it. Like that whole summer, I just like one dribble, pull up, and fast break mid-range, like just hit a 2, easy time. Everybody knew it was money, and I just like identified with that. And then like eventually, I was like, no, I'm one of the best players here. And throughout that summer, started becoming one of the better players there. I think there is some power in just, I think it's manifesting it. It's like, in a way, it's like, no, I am that. And you have to. It actually, in the book I'm reading right now, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, I think it's the second or third law. I can't remember off the top of my head the exact name of the law, but it's like you are everything that you want to achieve. Like you are like the version of you that you see, that you wish you were, or you want to be. Like if that's who you end up being, you have all of that in you right now. And like realizing that and like accepting that like I am everything that I want, and everything that I want is what I am. It's like this weird, it's kind of weird how it's all worded, but that's what it is. And it's like you have to
sells pyramid schemes.
Yeah, maybe I'm selling pyramid schemes. Yeah, but you have to believe it. You have to believe it before you can fucking do it. It's
exactly.
cheesy as
With
that is.
anything.
Yeah, and so it's, I don't know. So I guess yeah, with that, the journaling makes me feel less shitty. Like I try to be like, it's more like healing, I guess, than the editing and shit, and like watching the podcast back. I'm always like, damn, I'm not funny, dude. I'm not funny at all. I'm like, I'm a bad like
That was a stupid joke.
yeah, I'm like, fuck, bro. I was like, my hair looks terrible. Like, what am I doing? I'm like, oh, I lit them wrong. I lit myself wrong. Like, whatever. And so yeah, there's that part of it that kind of sucks.
So you think like you're a harsher self-critic or more lenient now?
Well, the journaling is helping, but I would say yeah, I'm still probably
like you think the podcast has made it worse? Like
yeah, I think in like looking at myself in a way. I mean, I get excited,
but like it's from a place where you want to be better.
Yeah,
so it's not really bad. You're kind of more on the side of who you could be than who you are.
Yeah, it's just like I want to make like whatever happened this week, I want to hopefully do better next week, and that type of thing. And I think it, too. I don't really see a lot of people like face to face other than when I'm doing this and when I'm like at work. So it's like. And a couple of clients that I do have that come in and film their shit, record their shit. So it's like, I I don't know. I don't get like and I think I'm someone that definitely like craves some sort of validation in a way from other people. I mean, trying to do entertainment, so I like hearing people be like, "Dude, the show's good."
Right.
Like it means so much to me when I hear that, and I'm trying to work on that to not. Hopefully, obviously, it still will feel good when people say that because I work hard at it. But I do think it's maybe at a level where it's like if people aren't saying that, I'm like, well, why aren't people like I need to be doing better? I need to be doing whatever. And it's kind of I go back and forth. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. But yeah, that's I guess that's I don't even know if I answered your question.
Well,
but.
so moral of the story: start an audio podcast.
Yeah, maybe I should do audio podcasts. Yeah. Then it would be I'd hear a hissing in the background and be like, "What the fuck is my problem?" Or I'd hear somebody close a door and I have to go beat my brother up or something like.
Cause I hate the sound of my own voice in recording, so I couldn't imagine like spending hours editing things.
Yeah,
like just
the
hearing
voice
myself
thing
talk.
I'll say I don't like. It's not that I hate the sound of my voice. I feel like I've gotten used to the sound of my voice, especially with music, because I really love doing the podcast too. By the way, I don't want to make it people like think like, oh my god, he hates doing this thing, like blah blah blah. No, I fucking love doing this, and I love getting to talk. That's my favorite part of the week. Usually, is like Monday night. I know every week I get to just fucking kick it with somebody. Like,
awesome.
So it's fucking awesome. But like since I do music and shit, like I hear my voice do things that I'm like, dude, that's fucking cool. Like no one can tell me that's not cool. So I don't not as hard on my voice. It's more so like the content of I'm like, man, there's a reason I'm not where I want to be. There's a reason I'm not making enough blah blah blah. A lot of negative thoughts, a lot of negative self-talk, and I don't know if that's because I'm watching it back so much or not. I don't watch like the full episodes back ever. It's more so like when we're done with this, I gotta do a couple of clips from it to try and help promote the show, and usually watching those back. So I don't watch the whole thing back usually, but that's kind of my process, I guess.
All
But,
right, shit.
yeah.
Good
So,
answer.
yeah, I guess thank you for that. Anything else that we didn't get to that you guys that we need to before we wrap?
Who's winning the Super Bowl?
Joey B.
You think so?
Bengals just got moxie.
Dude,
I guess, man. I mean,
the Rams are like the Monstars of football.
Would love to see the Rams win. Cooper Kupp, beast, fucking white
that's
wide
that's
receiver,
where
dude.
Stafford's playing, right? The Rams.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dude, talk about a glow up. Going from having to
Yeah.
fucking live and play in Detroit
Oh,
to get to go be in fucking LA now.
and now you're winning a bunch too. You're not
And you're
just
winning.
shitty.
You had fucking 0-16 seasons, 1-15 seasons, 0-15-1 seasons, and now you're on a fucking good team with great weather, probably much better looking people.
Oh my goddamn right.
Like, just fucking way
That
better, man.
stadium,
Detroit's
man,
probably
it's-
Stadium, yeah.
Oh, it's awesome, dude.
Every Detroit fan's rooting for the Rams for sure.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Closest they're ever gonna get.
Yeah, basically it's like our guy. So no, I'm with you. I kind of, I don't know what's your prediction? So your Bengals then?
Yeah,
I'd like to see, but I think the Rams got them.
I think the Rams.
I'm happy with either one.
I don't
though.
watch enough. I haven't watched enough this year to know really who like that or the other. But I guess I'd root for Stafford. I guess.
You been
so.
watching basketball, or you been too busy?
I've been pretty busy, but I have caught a little bit of the Bulls. Have been pretty fucking good, so it's been cool. It was like a few months ago. Somebody was telling me on the show, like they were like, "Bro, they're good this year," and I was like, "We always say that, but we're good in the East, but they actually look real deal." So I checked them out since then, and yeah, they look pretty solid.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
I don't gotta say
nothing-
more.
nothing else,
Joel
man.
Embiid.
But no, man, I appreciate you guys both coming on the show today. It was awesome getting to chat with you guys, and I want to say thank you to the homies that were kicking it with us in the live chat during the show. Also, thank you to everybody who is watching days after or listening days after over on Spotify. We do have the video version on Spotify too. We're on that JRE status. I got the early admission to that.
Straight.
So we got the audio or video version over on Spotify as well. And I want to say a quick shout out to our patrons. Thank you to them that should be on the screen right now. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. If you guys are interested in getting access to exclusive podcasts, exclusive behind the scenes videos to how I make my music videos, as well as a breakdown of how I've mixed and mastered every single one of my own songs, and some other fun goodies that are exclusive over there, you can go to patreon.com/Darren Rita, and you can help support the channel for as little as $1. And quick shout out to Kenosha Auto Insurance for sponsoring the episode, and this has been the 135th episode of the Dtalks.